special place where boys and girls can all be queens every single day. I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee. It's Santa Monica, I swear it's calling me. Won't make my mama proud, it's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl, I know she's gonna scream. God, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club. Oh mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. I'm up and dolls are on the floor. Lovers in the bathroom and a line outside the door. Black lights and a mirror disco ball. Every night's another reason why I left it all. I think my wicked dreams are here from Tennessee. Oh Santa Monica, you've been too good to me. Won't make my mama proud, it's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl, I know she's gonna scream. God, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club. Oh mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. Don't think I've left you all behind. Still love you in Tennessee, you're always on my mind. And mama, every Saturday I can hear your southern drawl 1,000 miles away, saying, God, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club. Oh mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club. spell on you. 'Cause you're mine.
Okay, yay, we are live on Twitch, on YouTube, and on TikTok. Welcome, welcome everyone, Friday Night Live. We'll see how I'm feeling the later it gets, but I was planning on streaming, it's just before 9 right now. I was planning on streaming till 1 a.m. So we're going to do a, Miss Kenzie After Dark live. It's gonna be like 4 hours. Let's see how long I can last. Oh my God, thank you. That's adorable. I haven't seen those kind of gifts on this type of layout. They're so cute. Thank you for the daily heart me. Yeah, we're at 5K. Let's keep tapping the screen. I had a request pretty quick, but they weren't patient. How is the audio? What am I doing? Oh yeah. Hello, Oren. Oh, someone deleted their TikTok today. I know, people were talking about in the Discord the new terms of service. I wonder, if those apply to like TikTok Studio. Son brought headphones and I'm borrowing them. They're low. Let me make sure. Is it taking that static? Yeah, I hear it too. I did the intro, Sean. I did the intro. Yeah, I hope it's not using this. How can I turn that off? Can I turn it off? I don't know. Yeah, it is using my FeeFind, so it's not using the, oh, that's unpleasant. I really don't want to wear my headphones. I don't know what to talk about. What should we talk about while we wait for a debate? What's the intro then, Sean? What is it? I did the video on Twitch. Twitch can confirm. Turn down the game. Is it too loud? Yeah, I was on Raphael's last night. It's not picking up. I don't know how to change it. We might just have to switch to the earphones. Damn, Heath. Okay. Am I back? I don't know if I'm back. Okay, I think that's the right hole. No pause. Heath, shut up. You're older than me. I don't know why you're calling me a boomer. It's never the right hole the first time. Oh no. I swear they do that on purpose. Yeah, that guy on Raphael's live was funny. Oh, good. Sound quality much better. Sounds good on Twitch. Yes, they do it on purpose. I don't know what's so hard about a conversation. Oh, I had Twitch playing on my phone so I could hear the audio. Oh, you go back to tapping. Now you don't have to cover yours. Okay, good, good. Yes, let's get to tapping. We're at 12K. Great job. And they beg you to finish as they cry. No. This live took a turn. Already. We've been live 10 minutes and it's already taken a turn. As you cry. No, fair, fair. I dated a little bit, excuse me, in October and November. And then pretty much mid-December I'm like, I'm done. Like, this is dumb. Hi, Lissa. What's the intro video? If you go to Twitch, I'll play it. Tell them the other hole has teeth. They'd probably believe it since they don't know female anatomy. Yeah, I do remember him asking who would do better if we were lost in the woods. So stupid. He couldn't even tell me, like, what about being a man makes you better in the woods? Sean, were you going to come up here and say hi to everybody and then say goodbye since you have movie night? Turn up my mic gain on OBS. Sean has become super bossy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Where's my is that properties? No.
It's under like your audio thing. You should see your mic where you can like mute your mic and stuff.
Yeah.
And you click the dots,
Okay.
and then it should say advanced properties, and it should show you a bunch of volumes.
So you want me to turn the volume percentage up?
Yeah, what's it on?
72.
For OBS mic?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Turn it to 90. What's your desktop audio on?
77? Or just 7?
What the? Why is your mic lower than your desktop audio? No, fuck that. Turn that bitch up to 90 and turn your desktop audio up to like 80.
80? It was at 7, it said. Maybe
7? What are you talking about?
maybe I deleted a number. I don't know. I don't even have chat on my OBS right now because I couldn't find it.
Top toolbar and go to docs.
Okay.
You'll see it.
I don't see it.
It should say chat. It should say Twitch chat.
It doesn't.
Under docs?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, go to where it says stream elements.
Okay.
And what do you see under stream elements?
Stream setup, stream live docs, import, event emulator, SE live versions, cloud backup, check for updates, help, log out.
Stream live docs.
Oh, there it is. Twitch chat. Okay, yay.
We gotta fix. It should be under your regular docs as well. It should, yeah.
I didn't see it.
Well, that's why I said it should be. It's not currently, and I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I'm gonna send a test. Oh, that dropped really quick. What am
I'll be
I
right
doing
back.
tomorrow?
I'm gonna check your audio and Twitch. I'll be back.
Yeah. Tomorrow I am cleaning. No, I'm not British. It's just a random thing millennials do to like cope with life. Why are you making me? Don't annoy me. I'm so low on Twitch. I don't know what you want from me, Sean. I don't know what you want from me. It's at 90. How about now? And when I talk into it, it stays in the green. And it goes really high on the green. I misspelled doctrine, damn it. I clearly cannot manage a stream. Hello, welcome.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Amazing.
Great. How old are you for TikTok TOS?
21.
And what did you want to talk about?
Capitalism is a failure.
Okay.
It's honestly pretty cool, dude. I think the average person in capitalistic countries, okay, are having a good time. To be honest, they're having a good time, okay? I don't believe in all the propaganda about China, but I don't think it's as cool. I don't think it's as, like the cities are they look pretty nice, but I don't think it's as fun. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't look as fun. And the other ones, like what's it called? North Korea? Like, bro, come on now. Russia? I don't even think they're communist anymore.
Yeah, Russia is capitalist.
Yeah, see, they had to change. You can't even do it in winter.
What metrics are you measuring when it comes to capitalism?
Like vibes, dude. Like literally, like it's just like I feel like there's no good clubs in China. There's no culture in China. Well, there's probably culture, I guess, but like it's just not as fun, dude. And it's like a part of the fun is being better than some people. It's the part of the fun is like being able to like climb, or you know what I mean. A part of the fun is like winning. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't feel good to get like the hand. Like I'm sure you would. Like I'm sure you think it's like nice to create a society where everyone gets their like basic necessities, maybe with like a little less flavor and fun. But I think I think that would actually do like less good. I think it would be more sad.
Well, let's since you don't really have any statistics, it doesn't really sound like you can talk about capitalism.
I can talk about it, dude. I can definitely talk about it.
Well, I mean, I asked you what metrics you're measuring things on, and you said vibes. So that doesn't
That's
that
a
doesn't seem like an
completely valid
analysis.
metric. That's a
No.
completely valid metric.
If we talk about capitalism in terms of hunger, or even in terms of finance, 60% of Americans are a $500 emergency away from abject poverty. I don't know how that would be a measurement of success.
Well, I feel like they should teach more like financial literacy in school, to be honest. Like, I think they should take out all the history and they should just replace it with like waterfall your 401k into Roth IRA and all that bullshit.
Poverty is not due to misspending.
It's definitely not due to being motivated.
It's due to
and
capitalism.
being,
It's expensive to be poor.
being conscientious with what you're doing. It's definitely not that. I'll tell you that much.
It's due to
And,
capitalism because it's expensive to be poor.
It's expensive to be poor.
Mm-hmm.
What expenses?
Well, so
Food?
I want you to think of it like this. Like
All right.
if I'm going to buy a pair of boots and I can only afford a $20 pair of boots, that's going to last me 1 year. So then I have to buy a pair of boots every year. But
Yeah.
if I'm rich, I can buy a $200 pair of boots. And then those are going to last me much longer than the $20 pair of boots. Or even like if we talk about healthcare, if I have access,
no one's staying with one pair of shoes these days, though. Let's be honest.
if I have access to preventative healthcare where I can take care of my teeth, that is cheaper than waiting for my teeth to get worse and then having to pay for root canals.
Just brush your teeth, dude. Like what? It's probably cheaper to brush your teeth.
That's your only counter?
And $20 a year? Like what? What was that? That's 1 hour minimum wage, dude.
Okay. Take care. Everyone, okay, Senor Poo Poo, guests are so much louder than me. I don't know what y'all. Yeah, that is as high as it goes. TikTok sounds good. Do I give dating advice? Not if I can help it. My advice is don't date. Don't date men. I don't know why it's so quiet. Oh my god. Thank you. Is it Xanax for the sub on Twitch? I think that's my first sub. That's crazy. Hello, welcome.
Hello. I think all your prompts suck, but I do agree with like I would never date a man.
How old are you for TikTok TOS?
25.
Is there a topic you disagree with?
Like everything except for that one.
What? Well, we can't debate them all at once. So which one did you want to debate?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay. Well, let me know when you figure it out.
I'll keep thinking.
Okay. Great.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why you think you'd stay up here. I think it's Senor Poo Poo. I don't know what it is. Is it the see look, let's push buttons. Let's push things and mess things up. We're gonna do a little aerial. See, look, it's not. Ooh, is it my mixer? Does that sound any better? Is that doing anything? Is it working? Do you feel it? Oh my god.
Yeah, I picked one.
Okay.
I don't really think capitalism is a failure
Okay. Why?
because I think it's a success.
Based on what?
Based on the success of capitalism.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Cool. W Bitcoin.
Hello, welcome.
Hello.
How old are you for TikTok TOS?
I am 24.
Great. What did you want to debate?
I would like to debate pro-abortion.
Okay.
I personally do not believe abortion should be legal unless it is either a woman who got essayed or she will get unalived by birthing the child. Those are the only two circumstances I find justifiable for abortion. Because I feel like if a woman and a guy decide to do something, then she kind of knows the risk, and therefore it's kind of a fuck around and find out situation. And that's just my personal stance on it.
Yeah, why does awareness of risk have entailments attached to it?
I mean, well, if I go and let's say rob a bank, I can't get mad when they put me in jail because I know the risk of it. So,
Sure, I could agree that there are some outcomes that you might not have control over, but sustaining pregnancy is one.
I mean, yeah, you have control over it, and if you're not, most people who get an abortion is because they are not ready to have a kid or they regret it when they are pregnant, and they could have prevented it by just not having an intimate relationship with their partner, or not even necessarily their partner, just another
Yeah, I don't
person.
see what that has to do with attaching entailments. So, like, when it comes to like STIs, sure, there are certain STIs that aren't curable. So, there's really nothing you can do, but there are STIs that are. So, would you.
Like nigger disease.
What?
Like nigger disease.
That, you
Yeah.
lasted longer than I thought you would.
Oh,
Hello, welcome.
Hello,
How old are you for TikTok TOS?
32.
Great. What did you want to talk about?
I want to talk about two things, but I guess we can continue on with the conversation about abortion.
Sure.
I know you said just now because I was listening just now to the guy that said basically if you assume the risk, then you should take responsibilities for the consequences. And I think there's a lot of places in life where if you assume a risk and it doesn't work out in your favor, you are required to take the consequences of those actions. So I don't understand why that's not an argument to be anti-abortion.
Yeah, so would you say if I get in a car, I know there's a risk I can get into an accident or a collision?
Yes.
And if I'm injured in that collision, should I be denied health care?
No, because actually, well, no, because that's why you have health insurance, right? So, and I think that's very different. But
Well,
no, I
health
don't think you
insurance
should be
doesn't have
denied
anything
health
to do
care.
with it. It just is, you said if you assume a risk, that you should live with
Mm-hmm.
consequences. So
Mm-hmm.
if I get into a car, I assume the risk that I could get into a collision. And if I
Right.
break my leg, why shouldn't I have to
Mm.
live with that?
Well, because you shouldn't have to. The consequences of you getting into that accident, um, I mean, it's a risk that you assume, but I mean, that's an interesting way of putting it. But so you saying to go against my argument, then you would have to live with a broken
Well,
leg
that
for
would
the
be your
rest of your
logic.
life.
That would be your
Well, not
logic.
necessarily because that's only impacting you. We're talking about another human being's life,
Well,
though.
then it has nothing to do with assuming risk and consequences because
Well,
that's
yes,
what
it
we just
does.
talked about.
Yes, it does. No, it totally does. I mean, you assume the risk and responsibility of someone else. So, say for example, if
Wait, so
you
that's a
are
different
driving,
argument. The
I'm
argument
sorry.
that's a different argument. The argument originally was you
Hmm.
assume risk, therefore you live with outcome. There was no other entailments with that.
Well, you obviously have to make it subjective to the conversation and the topic, which is abortion. So, in
Well,
the case
no,
where you are
then that's not a
participating,
logical argument. I don't know why consent to sex would create an obligation to pregnancy. You would need to
it doesn't necessarily
substantiate that.
create an obligation to pregnancy, but if you are participating in an action, knowing that there's a possibility of a consequence, right? So if you're driving, if you get in a car, there's a lot of things that can happen, right? You can go get to your destination safely without a problem. You can get into a fender bender when you are at fault, or somebody else could put you in a position, to get injured where they are at fault, right? So that's what I'm saying. When you're driving, there's a lot of different possibilities, right?
That's
It's
true when
almost
it
like,
comes to sex.
well, not necessarily, right? So if you're engaging in sex, right? So you can go ahead and just have a good time, or you can either get like an STI and STD, or you can end up in a pregnancy. So it's not like the infinite amount of possibilities in the same way when you're driving.
I don't know what the amount of possibilities has to do with assuming
Well,
risk and enduring
I'm
outcome.
talking about an action that results directly in a consequence is what I'm saying. So it's like if you're having sex, right? We know that usually the primary reasoning for sex is reproduction.
I
So it's
disagree with
not as if
that.
it's not okay, you can disagree with that, but it's something the only way usually traditionally for a human being to be
Well, the
formed
only way,
is
usually
when
traditionally, is kind of a contradiction
how is that okay,
because it's obviously not the only way.
well, the only way for a human being to be formed is if an egg and the sperm come together, right?
Okay.
That is when human life is formed, right? And that happens 99% of the time when two adults are engaging in sexual activities, right? We
No,
know that.
that's not true.
No, okay. So how else does
You just
conception
said that
happen?
happens 99% of the time
No,
sex occurs.
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if a conception happens, right? If a child is conceived, then usually the action that resulted in that conception
Make
are
your point,
two
please.
adults. I'm trying to, are two adults engaging in sex. What is it that you don't understand?
I don't need you to describe to me how sex occurs. You're just
Okay.
not making an argument here. I
My
don't see
argument
why consent to sex leads to an obligation to pregnancy.
because you are aware that if you have sex, then there's a likelihood or there's a chance, right, that you would get pregnant.
So,
Okay, so then if you are participating in that action, then you're basically assuming the consequence. I don't understand how
No,
is
you're
that not an
not. No, you're
argument?
not.
Yes, you
No,
are.
you're not. You can have an
Yes, you
abortion.
are.
A consequence can be the abortion.
No,
Mind
well,
you, mind
well,
you, what you were supposed to do, Lesh, was tell us the difference between a person getting pregnant and a person getting into a car accident. And you didn't do that at all.
I literally just described, right? Because she said that basically assuming risk doesn't necessarily mean that you should be liable for that
Right, and you
consequences,
agree.
right?
And you agree.
To a certain extent, I guess you can say, depending on the possibility of the risk. I'm saying when you are having sex,
What do
the
you mean by
likelihood,
possibility of the risk?
the possibility of the consequence, I'm sorry.
What do you mean by
When
that?
I'm trying to explain that. When you are having sex, right, the possibility of that resulting in a pregnancy is, I would say, depending on the consequences, much higher than the possibility of you getting into your car, right, and getting into an accident.
Can you give us the math?
I mean, no,
Absolutely
there's
not.
no way of
Absolutely
there's
not.
no
No.
way of me giving the statistics on
Well,
that,
then I
which
don't
is
know how you
exactly
can
why
make
the
that
point
claim.
Wait, what do you mean no way?
there's how I mean, I could maybe look into it, but my point is,
Yeah, you
if
should.
I don't have to look into it. I
If
think
you're
Yes,
my
you
gonna
do.
make
point
that
is
claim, you do. Yeah.
my
You
no,
absolutely do.
my point is, I'm again, that's not even my main argument for being pro-life, right? I was just
Well, why don't
piggybacking
we
off
go to
of.
your argument? Because you're
Why don't
bad
I
at this
finish what I
one.
was just saying?
Because you're bad at it. You're bad
Well,
at other
is
people's argument. You're horrible. You're
can
terrible. You're
is it
trifling.
possible?
It's horrible.
Is this how you're going to conduct your life? Are people going to be able to speak, or are we just going to get insulted? Is it what we're doing as adults? Like, how are
Well,
we
you
You're
really aren't making
it's
the
not an
argument,
insult.
so
I feel like
why
my
not
argument is
just make
pretty
your
clear,
main
but you guys are
argument?
just refusing to accept it. That's what
No,
it
your
is.
argument's not clear,
My
and
argument
you
is
don't
very
know this
clear.
argument. Listen,
My
you
argument
were
is very
supposed to give
clear.
the difference between getting into a car accident and living with those consequences and getting pregnant and living with those consequences. You didn't do that. One, two, you gave statistics that
I
said don't
never gave
exist.
statistics. I never
Yes,
gave
the fuck
statistics.
you said
No, I did not.
99% of the time. You
That's
said 99% of the time that adults have SMECS.
That's
A
not what I
baby
said.
is
See,
formed.
that I
That
didn't
is
say that. I
literally
did.
what you said.
That's not at
That
all
is
what I said.
that is
She
literally what you said.
she did say that, but she
That is not
rephrased
what I
it to say
said.
99% of the time babies are formed through through sex.
Okay, fair enough, but that's still a statistic, is it not?
Okay, I guess, sure.
Okay, excellent. So you did give a statistic.
Okay,
so I
sure, I'll
wasn't
give you
lying.
that. I gave
That's
statistics, yes.
awesome.
Okay,
I'm
great.
so glad that I wasn't lying.
Okay, love
W
that for
me.
you.
So
Okay.
now, like you've given multiple statistics without giving
I've
any
given,
source
I
for the
guess,
statistics.
one statistic. Sure.
Wait. Do you
You
do you
said that.
know how to make an argument?
No, I guess not. I guess you're here to teach me.
Well, no, because if you can, then I would like to hear it because you're just making a
Yeah, no, sure.
proposition.
I can make my argument for why I'm pro-life, which is what
Right.
I guess I can get to.
Go
My
ahead.
argument as to why I'm pro-life is because I believe that life begins at conception, and it is illegal to take an innocent, defenseless life. Outside of the womb, and I feel like the same rules and the same laws and same protection should exist for human beings inside of the womb. That is my straight up argument as to why I'm
You
pro-life.
said it is illegal to take an innocent and defenseless life.
It is illegal to take an innocent life. We would consider that murder.
Okay, so life begins at conception.
hmm
Are you familiar with how identical twins are formed?
Gosh, I had the same argument with another woman. No, but I guess you can re-educate me.
Yeah, so identical twins is one egg fertilized by one sperm. So at
hmm
conception, there's one being. Would you agree?
Okay. One egg fertilized by one sperm. Yes.
Great. So at conception, there's one being.
hmm
How does it result in a live birth of two beings?
Well, I believe, to my understanding, that egg splits at some point.
Correct. So it can either split shortly after conception, it can split during implantation, it can split after implantation, and it can also fail to split and result in conjoined twins. So my
hmm
question to you is, when did the second being begin to exist?
The second being already existed in the fertilized egg and sperm. It just like you said, the egg split. So it went from one human being to two human beings.
Right. So obviously, if we have one human being at conception, we have one human being. Now we have two. When did the second one begin to exist?
The second one existed when the egg and the sperm
They
came
both
together and
can't.
was
They
fertilized.
both can't exist at conception because we've agreed there's only one human.
Right, but then that one human splits, right, and it becomes two human beings. So I don't understand what do you? I don't
Right.
get what
So
you're saying.
obviously, they both didn't exist at the time of conception because only
No,
one being
technically.
existed.
So if the two eggs are splitting, right, then they have to split from something, right? So the
Right.
second egg doesn't pop out of nowhere. It comes from that first egg, correct?
Yeah, but I don't.
Right. So it existed, right?
It
just
didn't though.
split. So let me ask you something. So if you have, let's see, if you have a banana, I don't even know, this is probably going to be a bad example. How can I do this? Lord. If you have, I guess you can say a fruit, right? And from that fruit, basically, it grows a second fruit, right? That fruit grows a second one, and now you have two. The second one had to come from something. It did not pop into thin air. It came
But
from
you didn't
something.
have two fruit when you only had one.
I understand that you started with one, right? So it's split into two, but it had to come from something.
But the second one, did not exist until it became
The
its own
components,
individual.
the components of the second one was there within the first one.
It doesn't mean
The
that they
cellular
existed.
makeup.
And if we're talking about cellular makeup, the cellular makeup of identical twins is identical. So now
What
are
does that
they?
have to do with anything?
Well, now if cellular makeup determines existence, now is there
I
really
never said
just
that.
only one? Well, what determines it?
When an egg and a sperm is
That's
fertilized,
just cellular
a
makeup.
human being begins. Well, we're all makeup made up of cells, right? You have cells in you the same way I do.
Well, no, not the same way that a zygote does. No.
No, I'm saying that you have cells, right? Because you're a human being. I have cells because I'm a human being.
Here,
Human beings have cells.
maybe
We're
this
aware of that.
analogy will be better. I have a ball of bronze, and I have a statue. When did the
There we
statue
go.
begin to exist?
The statue was already there, right? Because the ball of bronze, right, and the statue have the same components. They're both made out of bronze. However, the definition of a statue does not fit the same definition of that as that ball of bronze. A statue, I'm not sure what the definition of a statue is, right? But there's
When did
an
the statue begin to
exclusive.
exist?
The statue began to exist after it was formed into a statue from the ball of bronze.
Okay, so its cellular makeup didn't change.
No, it did not change.
Right. So then how could you determine that it existed even
Because
though
there
its
was a
cellular makeup didn't?
process. There was a process that took place, right? You had the ball of bronze, and somebody came and somebody did something to it. And then that ball of bronze became a statue. In the same
Great.
way, when
Great.
there are in the same way, when an egg and a sperm comes together, they're fertilized. And as the process goes on, as it continues to grow, it takes different forms. It goes from a zygote
Great.
to
Then
whatever to whatever. So I
exactly.
don't understand.
I completely
Okay,
agree. I don't think your
right.
biological material is what determines existence. And yet that's what you're basing your position off of.
But I do believe that as
You
long as
clearly
you are
don't. That's why
alive,
you said the
because yes,
statue didn't exist as a ball of bronze.
no, that's not at all what I said. I said
You
there was a
did.
process. No, I did not.
The
There's a
statue did not
process.
begin to exist, you said, until it
The
was formed into something
the
else.
statue, right? The definition of the word statue, right, is different from the definition of a ball of bronze, right? A process had to
Right. The
happen in
definition of
order for
zygote
that.
is different than the definition of baby. What does that have to
Okay,
do with
sure.
anything?
That's why I'm trying to ask you honestly, what does that have to do with anything? Because you're making
Because
me
we're
seem as
talking
if
about
because something
existence.
change and evolves,
Well,
then that
I don't
somehow
think
is a reflection of its
existence.
value or its
No, I'm
components.
not talking
You
about
can have
value. I'm talking
so
about
okay, so let me ask you
stop.
this,
No,
right? So
stop. I'm
Go
talking
ahead.
about existence. I don't think
I
existence
un-
is a biological measurement, but a metaphysical idea. Because
okay.
even if we go back to the identical twins have the exact same biological makeup. Per your
Hmm.
logic, would I be able to get a selective reduction abortion because
No.
the biological material still exists if I just abort one baby?
No. Because you're aborting someone's biological existence. If
Wait,
you
the
abort one baby,
biological
you are.
existence still exists in the other twin.
But all right, there's two that okay, so if you have two apples and you eat one, the first apple still existed. You just ate it.
Well, according to you, they're the same apple because they are biologically identical, right?
It doesn't matter if you have twins. So you're telling me if a woman gives birth to twins, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she decides to unalive one of them. You're going to say, we shouldn't throw her in jail because the second one exists.
Well, this isn't my argument. This is your argument.
No, I'm asking you for
I
your
don't
logical
think,
consistency.
wait. We're talking about your argument, which is life begins at conception.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
So I don't see what my position has to do with you defending life begins at conception. I'm obviously showing you that you can't say life begins at conception because at conception, there's only one being that exists, and yet it results in the live birth of two different people.
Okay, but those two people came from that one
It doesn't mean that's when their
fertilized
existence
egg.
began.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. How can
Yes.
how can two
Okay, so
beings
can I ask you a
exist
question? Can I
as
ask you a
one?
question? So when the eggs split, right? What do they split from?
I mean, that's a great question. Here's another question.
No,
So,
answer that question.
I
Where
need
do they
I
split
need you
from?
to answer. I need you to clarify
I just
something.
gave you my answer.
I need you to clarify something. So, if we're saying at conception, you have baby A. Baby A. When it splits, is it now baby A and baby B? Is it now baby B and baby
It could be baby
C?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Wait,
There's
wait,
still
wait,
two
wait. I'm not
babies.
even done. I'm not even done. Is it baby B and baby C? Or is it baby A and baby A now? Because that changes now your position. If you have A in the beginning and it switches from A to B, you have to recognize that these are two different people, so they can't be A and A because A equals A. If it's A and B, then you can only recognize that A existed first and then B came into existence later. And if it's B and C, then you're recognizing that neither existed. So you would need to
No,
tell
that's
me which
okay.
configuration it is.
When I label, right, that has literally what you're saying there makes absolutely positively no sense. I understand the track that
It
you're
makes
trying to go
sense.
down, but it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so fine. I'll say it's A1 and A2.
Well, so that would just be. So what existed at conception? A?
What existed at conception was A. And now we have
So then,
A1. It's
so then
split in A1
A1
and
and
A2.
A2 would just be B and C, right? Because,
Sure.
okay, so if it's B and C, does B equal A?
What do you mean does B equal A?
Are B and A the same?
So A was the fertilized egg, right? A
Yes.
split into two. So now we have two babies. We have two zygotes. We have two, right? You can
Right.
label A1, A2, AB, A3. It doesn't matter
Well,
what you
you
label
have
them.
it does
What matters is
because we're
that there are
talking
two
about
human
what the
beings.
wait. We're talking about what the variable represents. A represents one individual. If you're saying
Mhm.
they change into B and C, those are now two completely different individuals. A no longer exists. B and C exist.
So I answered your question. You completely ignore my answer. I said I would label them A1 because there's components in A in both of them. So it's A1 and now there's A2. So A always existed. They're just two different. Literally, it's
Even if you label them A1 and A2, they're still not A. A no longer exists, A1 exists, and A2 exists.
Okay,
and
because
they
there was a
didn't exist at
which
A.
goes back, no, which goes back to the example with the bronze ball and the statue. There was a process that happened, right? Because when an egg fertilizes, it continues to grow. So throughout that growth process, something changed. The egg split into A1
Well,
and
splitting is
A2.
not a part of growth process. That's just spontaneous.
It's okay, sure, right? In the process of gestation for this particular pregnancy, right? It continues to change as the pregnancy goes on. So throughout those changes, the first of many is that the egg split into two. The same way
Right,
the
but you're
process
not
of the
you need
sculptor
to
coming in. I really am trying to understand what is your point here. I
I'm
feel like
showing you
I've
that life doesn't
clarified my
begin
point
at
multiple times.
conception. Life
So
doesn't
what
begin at
happens?
conception.
So when does life begin?
I think life begins at consciousness or sentience when you have a mind.
And when does that happen throughout gestation?
About 24 weeks.
So what is the difference between a baby
Well,
at
we
23
don't
weeks
have
and
to
31
wait. I don't
days?
know what my position has anything to do with yours. You just haven't
Well,
defended life begins at conception.
I feel like I've defended it pretty clear that when an egg
You
and a
haven't.
sperm fertilizes, right,
You
a
can't
new life
answer
begins.
how two entities exist at conception when we both agree there's only
I
one.
never said, okay, so not every single pregnancy is results in twins. So I don't even understand how that somehow negates my point that life begins as conception.
Because
We're
there are
speaking about
obviously people
because
who did
you're
not exist at conception. So I don't know how you can
no,
say life begins at conception.
I can say
Again, I
life
also
begins at
don't think
conception
life
because
is
it
just a
does.
biological measurement of
Life is not a
cells.
biological
That's
measurement.
what
I
you're
mean, for sure,
measuring
but
it
that's a
by.
part.
Go
But
ahead,
that's
Sean.
a part of it.
Go ahead, Sean.
I I just don't understand what's so hard. Like, what's the struggle is? Because, like, the question is, like, how can life start at conception if these two lives did not start at conception? And you've yet to answer that.
I have answered that multiple times. I
You
said the
haven't.
egg that is, the egg that is fertilized, out of that life splits and then two lives begin. So that's why I said my answer to her
So then
question was
life
So then those
begins
two
one.
at the
lives did.
split.
Well, I'm sorry.
Right.
No,
Like,
life
those two
or
lives
again,
didn't
you
exist.
guys are just not you're gonna literally just completely negate my responses as the
You
Because
said
they're
the
not
lives
answering
as
the
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 question.
two lives
process of
began when they split. That's what you said.
no, that's not what I said.
It's
One,
exactly what
and
you
again,
said.
that's not what I said. I said there's one life, right? The egg and the sperm comes together, it's fertilized, right? And specific to pregnancies when it comes to twins, as that specific type of pregnancy progresses, the process happens. In some cases, it doesn't even happen in all cases, where the eggs splits and two individual human beings form out of the one. I don't understand why you guys can't comprehend that.
I do comprehend that, but
Okay, good.
obviously a second entity did not exist until it split.
Well, yes, that second entity, but it came from the first
But it
one.
didn't exist. So I don't know how you can say
So
life
if
begins
okay,
at conception if a
okay,
person did
let me
not
try to
exist at conception.
okay, let me try to do I guess an example. If you have a cookie, right? You have one whole cookie and you break a cookie off. Now you have technically you can say you have two cookies, right? Was the second
No,
half
I'd say you have a half a cookie.
did it not exist before? Just because you take something from something else doesn't mean it didn't exist until you took it from that first thing.
Well, no, I wouldn't say you have two cookies. Now you have two halves.
Okay, fair. But just because two things form out of one doesn't mean that they didn't exist until they were formed into two things.
Well,
Like
it
I don't
does.
like
It does.
no, it does not. No,
It
it does
does.
not.
Because if it didn't split, you would have one baby, but it does split and you have two babies. And even if
Wow.
it
Okay.
fails to split, you still have two babies if the splitting is incomplete. So again, I just don't know how you can say both people, like you even
Listen,
admit both people did not exist at conception. So
I
then
never
you can
conceded that. I never
you
once
did. You
conceded that.
agree
You
that
keep
only
saying
one
that. No,
human exists at conception.
well, obviously yes, but then it's
There you
split into
go.
two. Like I don't
Right.
like.
So then
Okay, I don't.
obviously a second being did not
So
exist
how exactly does that go against my argument that
because it
the two
splits
lives
after
begin?
conception.
Okay, so what did it spit out of? What did it come from?
They came from the same zygote.
What is a zygote?
A zygote's a fertilized egg.
Which that's a human. That's life. That is life.
Right, but it's one, and now there's two. So the second life didn't exist until
Okay,
it
so
split, and that's not at conception. So no.
Okay, so let's take out twins out of the equation. What about the pregnancies where it's just one
Well,
baby?
obviously we can't, because that shows you that life does not begin at conception.
So when there's one baby, right? One zygote, what is that? What is that? That's just a fertilized egg? That's just
Yeah.
nothing?
Well,
That's
in,
just
in
nothing.
this particular instance, there was one zygote. It just split into two.
Okay.
So
So
this would still
okay,
apply
so
with that
may I
question.
ask a question then?
Sure.
So if life is not in the womb, then what is the need for abortion? What I mean, it's much more emotional, AB. I don't know if we're adhering to TikTok censorship. So what is the need for an abortion if there's not something to stop? Why was the need?
So when we're talking about existence, existence is something I would say that is metaphysical, not a biological reality.
Okay, that
So
didn't
I
answer
don't
my
know what
question.
this has to do with anything.
No, my
Obviously, an
question.
abortion is needed either because the pregnancy is not sustainable or because the pregnant person does not want to sustain the pregnancy.
Okay, that's not my point though. So why do we need a procedure to stop that? What is being stopped?
A biological process.
Just a biological process. That's
Mhm.
it. So there's not a life there. There's just something
Well,
that just
biology,
magically
by
happening.
definition, can be like a form of life. Like grass is alive, trees are alive.
Yeah, but we're talking about human beings, which is exactly why my position on abortion is that human life is protected outside of the womb and it should also be protected inside of the womb, right? So I don't understand. So
Well,
if you're
no,
not
I
stopping a
don't think
life,
anyone is obligated to be a life support machine for someone else.
what do you mean a life support machine for someone else? It's not just someone else, it's your child.
Right, but you are a life support machine. Like without them, they die. Right?
Right, but yes, and you have a obligation, you have a moral, and I think you should have in some cases, depending where
You
you
said
live, you have a
you said
legal.
in the original when we were talking about consequence that you didn't view it as an obligation, and now you're using that word.
No, I never said that. I never
You
said I didn't
did.
view that. I never said that.
You did, because I said I don't know why sex would create an obligation. You're like, I don't view it as an obligation.
I never said those words. I
You
definitely viewed
did.
it as
I'll
an
clip you and
obligation.
you can
What?
look at it.
Yes, you did.
I did. So you mean
How are
to
we?
tell me that I said that
Yeah.
when you decide to consent in sex, right? And and a child is conceived, that you don't have an obligation
Yeah,
to
I
that
said I
child.
don't know
I
why
said
sex
those words.
creates an obligation, and you said I don't view it as an obligation.
Well, I guess I lied because I do view it as an obligation. I don't know why I would say that considering my position, but sure, I guess I may have said it in passing. But I disagree
Because you
with that. I
don't know
do
what the
believe
fuck
it's
you're talking about and you're just winging it. That's why.
fabulous. So I guess in that case, I misspoke. I do view it as an obligation
Why?
because like I said before, if you consented in an act, right, when it comes specifically regarding human life, that you know that there's a possibility that a human life is going to be conceived, you have a moral and in some cases, depending on where you live, a legal obligation to move forward with that pregnancy. And also because I believe that life outside of the womb is protected in the same way life inside of the womb should be protected.
Well, I really think you're gonna kind of abandon that position. Do you give a grape exception?
I do not.
Then I don't know what consenting to sex has anything to do with it, because you don't
Right,
care if someone consents or not.
but I'm saying, right, there are multiple reasons that I am pro-life. The
Well, but
fundamental,
you
which
don't care
applies.
about consent.
Well, hey, hold on. The fundamental, the fundamental basis. There's many different reasons why I'm pro-life, but my ultimate argument and my ultimate position is that life begins at conception, and it is illegal to take a life outside of the womb, so it should be illegal to take a life inside of the womb.
Well, that's not true. There are
the
legal
circumstances
killings.
well, right, they are to unjustifiably, right? The ones that are legal are usually justified. In the case of abortion, you are taking an innocent life that is
I disagree. I could
unjustified.
even view it as
That is
self-defense.
right, that's fine. Okay, but according to the law, right? Unless it is in a case of self-defense, it is in
I would
other
argue
cases, it's
abortion is
unjustified.
an abortion is self-defense.
What threat does the fetus pose to the mother?
Pregnancy is a health risk.
Right, so is driving, like you said earlier. There's a plenty of things that we do that is a
Right.
health
And
risk. We eat
so
McDonald's,
right.
that's a health risk.
Right. And if
So what
you
does that have to
don't
do?
want to drive because you don't
Mhm.
like those risks, then you don't drive. And if
Well,
you
that
don't want
well,
to be pregnant because you don't want to take on those health risks, then you have an abortion.
well, if you don't want to get sick and die of heart disease, you stay out of McDonald's. If you don't want to, you want to decrease the likelihood of you getting into a car accident, you drive safely and you try
Right.
to
So
pay attention
consent
on the
is
road.
around that.
They
So you
right.
agree then. You agree then.
What
Abortion
are
is
you
a
saying?
form of self-defense because you are
I do
preventing
not.
health
No, I
complications.
disagree.
You just said you just
No,
agreed
no,
to
no, no,
it.
no, no. No, I completely disagree with that because what is happening, right? Pregnancy is not in the same as a car injury or heart disease. It's a natural process that happens because two human beings participated. I mean, yes,
Cancer
participated
is
or
natural.
cancer is not natural.
It
Cancer
is
happens if
natural.
something went wrong. Are you serious? Are you saying that having cancer is a
Cancer
part of
is
is life? Are
define
you
that.
kidding?
Yes, your cells just mutate into cancer.
Cancer happens when something goes wrong. That is exactly why it is treated as such. When you go to the doctor and they scan you and they say that
I
you have
don't know if you
cancer,
know what you mean when you say words. Define natural.
it's a natural process. It's something that
Define natural. Telling me it's a natural
something that
process doesn't
happens,
define natural.
something that happens without how can I define it? Something that happens without a process that would happen without human intervention, I guess you can say.
That would be cancer.
So cancer just magically happens. There's no
Yes,
no-
through cellular division and mutation, cancer
So why is
develops.
it that there's certain things that you can do to decrease your chances of getting some certain types of cancer?
Because there's
If
different
cancer is just
ways cancer.
natural.
There's different types of cancer, and there's different ways cancer can form. It can be
So if
due
you
to
can,
environmental stimuli, which I would argue pregnancy is as well. It can be due
oh
just
my
to
God.
natural mutation. Like, come on.
I guess, sure, I'll give you that one. If you want to argue that cancer is natural as the need to drink water or natural as
You know
growing
that the
old or
they found
natural or
cancer in
just it's the
dinosaur
same
bones,
thing,
right?
that
Like,
doesn't mean that is natural. Okay,
then what
cancer is
is
not the
it?
same thing of cancer is not the same thing as getting like gray hairs or growing old or that's
It
not
is. It is.
natural.
Those are just also again cellular divisions and mutations. Like,
Sure, I'm gonna hop off here because you're being
Yeah, because you're
disingenuous.
gonna hop
Yeah.
off because you don't know what you're talking about. You're running. That's cool. What? Why? Just why? Cancer's not natural, chat?
ugh. Is there okay, I don't know. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, how old are you for TikTok TOS?
Yeah, I'm 21.
Great. What did you want to talk about?
First topic.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I disagree. I think I think in large cases of where abortion occurs, I think it's immoral.
Why?
And that's just due to the things that I perceive. In this case, is their mothers having some sort of like trivial reasons to get an abortion,
What?
and the entity that I'm saying that they're having trivial reasons to get an abortion.
How would you define trivial?
L TikTok studio for that.
Not of in this case would just be something that is not of degree of importance. Or it's just not important.
Is consent important?
Sure.
So if they don't consent to be pregnant and they don't want to be pregnant, you don't think that's important?
That's just a category error.
Why would that
Pregnancy
be a
is
category
not
error?
pregnancy is not the kind of thing that can be consented to in the first place.
You can't consent to the biological process, but you can consent to sustaining it.
You can't consent to that either.
Yes, you
The
can. Because
fetus.
if you go get an
No, you
abortion,
don't.
if you go get an abortion, you're
That's
stopping the biological process.
that's what's in dispute. No. Presumably, you're using what's in contention to justify what's in contention.
No, I'm showing you that that's how the consent functions.
That's what's in contention.
The
Whether or not
efficacy
she
of
should.
abortion, yes, you're correct, is in contention. But you said consent doesn't apply when it comes to pregnancy, and I'm showing you it does.
No, I don't think it does apply. The sustaining of that of the fetus happens irrespective of whether the mother wants to or not. The mother can just be in a coma, and the fetus would be able to sustain by her body.
This has already been addressed. If you get an abortion and you
Again, that's
opt out
just
of that
begging the
pregnancy,
question. That's
it's not
begging the
begging.
question.
That's not begging
Begging
the
the
question.
question?
What is
What?
it
Begging the
begging? Hold
question.
on, hold on. What is it begging the question against?
I'm pro-life, right? So presumably, I think the method of just using an abortion to end the process is what's in contention. If
Wait,
you're
that
saying,
doesn't
well,
change. Hold on, stop. That doesn't change the fact that it is still consent.
what is that? What is that answering? What is that addressing? Please
That
tell
it's
me.
consensual. Like when you said consent does not apply to pregnancy, and Kenzie said yes, it does, because you can consent to continuing the pregnancy, or you can take away consent by getting an abortion.
Yeah,
So
and I
what
told
is,
you
and you said it's begging, that is begging the question. And I
it's
said
begging the
against
question.
what? And you
Yeah,
said
obviously.
because you have a contention
Yeah,
of what?
with that of abortion happening to end the process.
That doesn't change. Listen, your contention with abortion doesn't change the fact that getting an abortion is engaging in the reversal of consent.
It's not engaging in the reversal of consent. I
Okay, then
told you
explain
before.
how.
Yeah, because number one, pregnancy is a biological process. There is no consenting to it
That doesn't
progressing.
change.
It
Hold on,
does change.
stop.
You don't. You're just
Just
gonna interrupt.
we all
You're
know.
gonna
Hold on,
interrupt.
you're going somewhere you don't need to go. I just need to know how engaging in an abortion is not the reversal of consent. I don't need
Because
to know
you
that
cannot
pregnancy.
consent to pregnancy.
Stop. You can consent to continuing the pregnancy.
You cannot.
Yes, you can.
Is it true? So you're telling me pregnancy will not continue absent of your consent? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, because if you get an
Is that
abortion,
some?
it won't continue. Listen,
You're just a
listen.
moron.
Let's
Oh
just
my
do this.
God.
Let's
Wait,
just do this.
wait.
What
Can
doctor would
sex
agree with you?
wait. Can sex continue without your consent?
Can sex continue without your consent?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, but sex is
There you
not a
go.
natural process.
There
That's
you go.
confused. Sex is
Hold
not a
on, wait.
natural
Hold on.
process.
What? You're
Both
literally
morons.
you're laughing
Wait.
nervously because you're getting cooked.
No,
Just
because you're a
stop.
moron. You just
Just
said
stop. Just
pregnancy
stop.
does
Listen,
not
you're
occur
cooked.
absent of
Listen,
someone's
I
consent.
get it.
That's
I get it.
ridiculous.
We get it. You're cooked. Listen, a natural process. I'm just going to go back to cancer. Can you consent to just having cancer and unalive, or reverse consent by getting chemotherapy and doing things
It's just
that
that is
would
just
reduce
so
cancer?
confused. You don't
No, it's not.
consent.
No, it's not.
You can
Listen, it's a
consent to
natural
the
process.
word. Just to be
You
clear,
did
you can
not. Do you
consent to the
consent? Hold
actions.
on. Do you consent to getting cancer?
You can't consent to getting cancer.
Okay,
Nor can
excellent.
you
Can you consent to keeping cancer?
that doesn't make any sense. You can't.
Can you
There is no
consent
such
to keeping?
thing.
It's a yes or no.
Look.
It's a yes or no.
There's no.
It is
No,
a
you cannot
yes or no.
consent to be
It is a
keeping
yes or
cancer.
no.
No,
It is a
cancer
yes
will
or no.
listen. Just to be
Can you
clear.
consent to
No,
keeping
you
cancer?
cannot.
It's super easy. You
No, you
cannot
cannot.
consent to keeping cancer.
No, you cannot. Keeping
Yeah,
or removing
you don't
cancer,
know
you
what
can't
you're talking
consent
about.
to. We'll
Do
see
You
you,
don't
wait,
know.
wait. Do you think will is a function at all in this process?
I don't even know what you mean by will.
An individual's will, their desires.
Their desires. I think it's relevant, right? But we have to assess other factors here.
Great. So if someone is having sex with me against my will,
Okay.
then
I think
that's a
obviously that's
form of
wrong.
like being abstinent. Okay. So then why is forcing someone to sustain pregnancy against their will? Okay.
Well, number one, this is just confused. Pregnancy happens irrespective of whether or not you agree or disagree. You can be knocked out, right?
Well,
And
obviously, if
while
you're
you're pregnant, it
removing
can.
consciousness and sentience, then your will isn't present.
Well,
If you don't
had
like the
will
term
before.
consent, fine. But does someone have the option to intervene with biological processes?
Sure. And that is what you can consent to.
Great. So their will comes to them wanting to intervene with biological processes, right?
Yes, and that is what you can consent to.
Great. So you
I agree
can.
with.
Perfect. So you can choose not to intervene, or you can choose to intervene.
Right.
Perfect.
That's what I
So
agree with.
why is someone's will irrelevant?
Well, in this case, it would have to be that we have to assess other factors. I think number one, the entity in the womb is her own child. I think the entity in the womb also has sufficient moral status to not be killed. I
What?
think also
Wait. You're cutting out. What was the first one?
the entity in the womb is her own child.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, the case that I believe that the fetus sufficient moral status to not be killed. And then number three, it's just going to be that like the mother is the one that caused the situation, the rights conflict.
What's the argument for the fetus has sufficient moral status? And why is that
I'm
relevant?
sure. I think the argument is just simply going to be it's prima facie wrong to just kill counterfactual people. Fetus is
Can you
a
say it in
fetus is a
simpler
counterfactual.
language?
Which term are you confused on?
You said prima facie. It is
Wrong to unalive a factual person.
counterfactual. What does that mean?
It just means, in this case, it just means an entity where it was not killed, it would have been a person at a later time.
So you acknowledge it's not a person.
I agree. Yes, it's not a.
Okay. So can you repeat the whole thing then?
Yeah, so it just means. Do you want the argument, or you just want me
Yeah,
to
I want
repeat
I
what
want the
mean by?
argument for fetus has sufficient moral status, and I want to know why this is relevant.
So it's just going to be it's prima facie wrong to kill a factual person. A fetus is a counterfactual person.
Kill
It's
a
prima facie
non-person.
wrong to
So it's
a
wrong to kill a
counterfactual.
non-person.
Yeah, it's wrong to kill a counterfactual person.
How do you
Fetus is
know
a
it? How do you know it's
counterfactual.
counterfactual?
Yeah, so there's going to be truth conditions that satisfy the subjunctive conditional. Basically, we're just
Well,
gonna
I would need
look
an
at the
argument for how it's counterfactual.
sure. I mean that's just true in virtue of the subjunctive conditional of what it means to be a
Well, no, because this pregnancy could end in miscarriage, right?
well, that would just not. I mean, if it ends in a miscarriage, then that's not addressing anything because it's only addressing that
Right.
of which an entity can be
If
killed.
it ended in a miscarriage, then it never would have become a person, right?
Yeah, but that
Then how
again,
can you
if
say
we're
it's
just looking.
going to become a person if that's uncertain?
Well, under that view, if it's true that they were going to end up in a miscarriage, then it's not the case they would have been a person, and then you're not doing anything wrong.
Right. So then how can you ever conclude? How can you ever conclude that they're a counterfactual person if you don't know what the outcome is going
We
to
can
be?
we can make probability assessments, and we can also look
So
at
you
the internal
can't. Okay, great.
dispositions. But that doesn't follow.
It,
Said we
it
can make
does follow.
probability
You can't
assessment.
say they're a counterfactual person if you don't
Yes, I can.
know their pregnancy is going to result in a live birth.
No, we can make probability assessments, and obviously show
Probability
that it's most
assessments
likely to
don't
be
do
a kid.
shit.
It's just obviously dishonest.
How is that dishonest?
Yeah.
You're
Wait,
just saying
so
like
let me ask.
it could,
Like what?
so it is. What?
No. It would, therefore it is. There's a distinction.
You don't know it would.
Yeah,
I do know it would.
You
That's
don't.
just a
How could
Okay,
you?
then
You
why
can
didn't
see
you
into the
answer
future.
question?
I mean, if you're calling making an estimated guess, seeing into the future, I mean,
You can't say it's a
I guess.
counterfactual person if you're just making an estimated guess.
Yes, you can. There's
No,
no
because then I could
contradiction in
just say that they like existed at sex because there's a probability they're going to exist.
there. No, what existed at sex?
The person, the counterfactual person,
What person existed at sex?
the counterfactual person,
What counterfactual what entity are you referring to?
the counterfactual person.
No, I understand. Look, if I say the counterfactual person existed, what I'm asking you what it refers to in this case, right, for me, it refers to the fetus. I'm asking you,
Yeah,
it
the
existed
fetus.
prior to conception.
Yeah,
The fetus existed prior to conception?
correct. Because
What?
the probability that it would come
What?
into existence, right?
No, because wait,
I
you
can
understand that the
determine
fetus.
probabilities. Someone's having sex, so there's
Wait,
obviously going to
no.
be
You do
a
understand?
probability
No,
that
there's a
a
problem here.
person is
That's a
going to
category
come
error.
into existence, right?
No, that's a category error. You do
How's it a
understand the fetus
category
is an
error?
animal. Yeah, the fetus is an animal. There was no
Sure.
animal that existed prior.
There's no person that exists.
No, I grant that, but there's two. The issue here is you're equating that the fetus existed prior to conception. That's not
You're
true.
saying this person is going to exist.
They would exist
You
if
saying
you
they
don't intervene.
are going. You don't know that.
They would
You don't know that.
I do know this. That's
You
just an
don't.
issue
You
of probability.
don't.
Look, if you're saying I don't know it, right? What's the argument for that? Because I'm saying there's a probability assessment which we
You
can
said, wait,
establish
hold on.
to be
You said
cogent.
you don't know it. You
I said
already
what?
said the
I never
argument
said
that
that.
we don't need. Yes, you did. Because when the
When did I
question
say
was
that?
asked to you, bro, is this the fucking upside down? When Kinsey asked you, how do you determine the difference? What was your answer?
Difference between what?
Between like when she asked you about if a fetus would be a miscarriage or not a miscarriage.
Yeah, so I told her that it's not going to be, if it's true that we have epistemic access.
That's not what you said.
the
You
You
fetus
said
said
nothing
you
about
said
epistemic.
you said nothing about that. You said I don't know. Those were the words you said.
That's not what I said.
That's
I told you
literally what
no,
Kinsey.
I did not.
You
We can
did.
just
You
run it
did
back,
say. You
right?
did say
Look,
you don't
bro.
That's
know.
not what I said. That's not what I said. I can tell you
is
what I
you
said.
said.
Look, it's simple. It
I
doesn't
said
address the
how.
principle.
Wait, how do you know if a pregnancy is going to end in miscarriage?
Do I know? We could just look at probability, which is what we
So
already
with
do.
probability, then you would know.
Yes. Not definitively. Obviously, we can be wrong.
Then you don't know. What are you talking about?
But that doesn't follow. Just because you don't know
Bro.
something definitively doesn't mean you don't know.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Wait, so wait, hold on.
What
How do
you're
you know the sun?
saying
Wait,
is,
stop. How do you know the sun will rise
bro.
tomorrow?
I don't.
Are you serious?
Wait,
You
the
don't
sun
know
doesn't
whether or not
rise.
the sun will rise.
The sun doesn't rise, but like yeah, the sun doesn't rise.
That's a
but
figure of speech.
listen,
it's a figure
listen,
of speech, but that's just
listen.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, it's a figure of speech that is misinformed because we are rotating around the sun. And as long as the earth has rotation, as long as the earth has a core, then the quote what you would call the sun rising will happen. It's not it's not the same thing at all. Like you're just saying that something is absolutely a thing and it's absolutely wrong based on the probability of something that could
Wait,
be
I never
wrong.
said, wait, just to be clear, the argument I was making is that it's prima facie wrong. It just means on its face from first glance, right, it's just wrong. It's like knowledge,
Yeah,
and that's just
and
going to be.
you're not giving an argument for why it's prima facie wrong.
Yeah,
But
I
and
didn't even get to finish the argument.
yeah. But prima facie also means without being proven otherwise. And Kinsey just proved it otherwise by making you say, "quote I don't know," unquote. Like
To
so
what claim?
that is literally proving what you're saying is
To
not
what? Wait,
correct.
I don't know to what claim. If you're saying about the miscarriage,
We just went over this not even
no,
5 minutes
if you're
ago.
talking about the miscarriage, I already addressed this, and I said, look, we can establish that when a miscarriage
And
can
we
happen based upon
established that
probability.
it's not absolute, correct?
That's just unreasonable, right? We don't have
It's
like obviously there's gonna be.
unreasonable.
Yes, it's unreasonable to
say
yeah,
that
it's
you don't know
unreasonable
when
to
you don't
live
know
your life.
something.
Yeah, it's unreasonable
Wait,
to live
it's
your life.
unreasonable to say you don't know something when you don't know something. That's what you're telling me right
What?
now.
No, you're just equivocating. You think that because I don't know definitively, therefore I don't know at all. That's ridiculous. You don't know that you're conscious right now definitively.
Yeah,
That
sure.
is not
I don't know that
okay.
I'm
So it's
conscious right now,
okay, but that's
definitively.
ridiculous to
But
say that because you don't know
listen.
definitively.
But
You don't know at
I
all.
didn't
That's
make the claim.
stupid.
I didn't make the claim that it's absolute that I'm conscious, dipshit. You said that it's prima facie wrong, and the argument that was given to you proved that it's not prima facie wrong because
No,
you
no, it
don't
did not.
know. Okay, all right. You're just coping. This is just
No,
coping.
no one's coping. What are you talking?
You're gonna cope now. Boom. Hello, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. How old are you?
51.
Great. What did you want to talk about?
Yeah, the abortion thing.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I'll talk about anything you want.
Anything on the board?
Okay.
We can talk about abortion. Go ahead.
Yeah, whatever you want to talk about. But abortion was what y'all were just talking about, so I'm thinking, yeah, abortion.
Okay.
What do you, what's your argument here?
For abortion?
For abortion, like you're pro-abortion.
May I?
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to know you want it in you want a formal argument, Rob?
Yes.
Okay.
A formal
excellent.
argument, yes.
Okay, excellent. I love this. For any action X, a stance advocating restriction or prohibition of X is epistemically unwarranted unless supported by a non-viciously circular argument.
Okay, I don't know what the hell that meant.
W me.
That was
Anytime someone is going through something, they need to be able to consent to going through that thing.
yeah, that was the worst argument I've ever heard in my entire life.
Okay, why?
How do you know it's a
Because-
bad argument if you don't get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was completely I'm not even gonna say it.
Rob, I think
It was the worst
I think you should go get some water.
What? Oh,
That ice is
damn.
free.
Not Kinsey throwing the cupcakes away.
I hit that cupcake out of your fucking hand. Hello, welcome. How old are you? Rob doesn't drink. Santana, stop. Hello, Adam. You're live. Okay, bye. Hello, welcome.
All right, I gotta pause. 1 sec. Okay, we're good.
Great. How old are you for TikTok TOS?
32.
Great. What did you want to talk about?
I actually haven't seen this topic discussed in a while, so I was fascinated seeing it. The wage gap.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would love to know the argument for why it's real.
The gender wage gap?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we collect data of women and men's wages within different industries, we see that there is a gap based on cents of the dollar that men are paid versus women are paid.
Yeah. So how many of these studies have you read?
Off the top of my head, I want to say 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Okay. If so, I actually I wrote a paper on this back in college. And it's funny. So, of those studies that you've read, I'd love you to link them to me that support it. And I'd also like you to read them, and then also I can send you some studies, and then we can compare and contrast if you'd like to go from there.
So I'm sorry. So you want the links to all studies that I have?
I mean, if you have studies that support it, I can
I'm
send
just
you a bunch
making
of
sure.
studies
I'm
that
just
do
making
not.
sure I understand what you want here. You want links to all that I have, and then you want me to read them to you?
I mean, we can do that, sure.
You know how long that'll take?
I mean, sure. I'm here for an honest conversation, and an honest conversation does not lead anyone to believe that the gender wage gap is real.
Okay. What data do you have?
Oh boy, I got a lot of it.
Just give me
do
the
you want?
first one.
Okay. McKinsey Global Institute Report 2025.
McKinsey and Company?
I do not work in education, Tricia. I work in telecommunications. I'm the reason you can use your cell phone.
Would you like to go back to the comments to talk to them?
No, I
Then
just
don't,
like.
then don't do that. So this is what we're looking at?
Yep, sure.
Okay, where are we going?
I mean, you can read the analysis.
At the bottom?
Do you know what an analysis of a study is?
Is it at the bottom?
It's not at the bottom.
Where is it?
It's generally at the top.
At the top.
Did you go to college?
I did. And it's just not titled analysis, so I didn't know if this was an intro.
An intro and analysis are generally the same thing.
I mean, not necessarily.
No, they're not. An
In
intro
2020
oftentimes tells you what the study is going to be about, and then the study goes into the body of what it's about, and the
What is the
analysis
analysis
tells
cover?
you, and the analysis summarizes it.
Yeah.
The
And what
intro
is
does not summarize the. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Go ahead,
the
answer.
intro summarizes the study?
So
No,
I
it
have
doesn't.
it up
Go ahead.
here, and it mentions nothing about the wage gap.
Okay. So in the entire study, the Lucifer, come on. Sorry, one sec, my cat. Buddy, I do not need you jumping up on my desk. So the study analysis, I mean, US data concluded that 80% of the gender wage gap is driven by women having flatter work experience arcs compared to men.
Wait, we're talking about your source here. So I asked you if this was
Yeah.
your source. You said
That's one of them.
yes. And then you said, let's read the analysis. And the analysis mentions nothing about a wage gap. So I don't know why you're talking about something else now. What are we
It
looking
does
at?
cover the wage gap.
You just said this is the analysis, correct?
Are you reading the right study?
I
can't
asked you if
pull up
this
that
was the
screen.
right study.
Ain't no way.
And you said yes. And then I said, where are we going? You said the analysis. I asked you where that was, and you're like, it's at the top. And I pulled it up, and it doesn't say anything.
I was assuming it's at the top, to be completely honest.
Look, you're already annoying me.
I use dark mode, so I don't. Do you want another study?
So those reasons include, for example, the affordability of housing or food, or the availability of stable jobs with a sufficient wage. That's the first
Obviously, that's not
search
the
of
correct
wage.
study.
Oh, so why did you say it was?
You pulled up the wrong one.
Why did you say that I had it correct?
You can scroll down then.
Okay, is it this one? Women in the workplace?
Yeah, that might be the right one.
Okay, where are we going?
Jeez.
Women face less career support and fewer opportunities to advance as companies show declining commitment to women's progress.
I don't know if that's the one. Hold on.
Huh,
Bro.
wow. This can't
Bro.
be happening.
How about you go get your shit together? Come on back when you got it together, and then we can do this whole thing. Because
I
right
can't give you a
now,
difference. I can just give you a Harvard study if you want.
right now, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the study?
All right, third time's the charm, chat.
Hold on. I gotta pull it up. All right. Web.stanford.edu.
Just give me the title.
Title of the study?
Mm-hmm. It's at the top.
Notice how he said from Harvard, and this is from Stanford after he had time. But
All right. The title is The Gender Earnings Gap in the Gig Economy. Evidence from
In the what
over
economy?
1 million
Gig?
rideshare drivers.
In the what economy?
The gig? I mean, this is specifically covering Uber and stuff, but
This is for Uber.
I mean, yeah, it goes far beyond that. I can have a conversation.
So is this
after
the
you talk
National
about
Bureau of
it.
Economic Research?
no, it's Stanford. It's the one down there.
The simplicity of this argument is women don't work as many hours as men.
Wait, so are we talking about your source here, or are you making a different argument?
I mean, we could talk about the source, and
Why would we not talk about the source? Like, that's what you said. There are tons of sources. We tried to find the one, and that source seemed to agree with me. And now you're talking about this source, and now you want to abandon it?
No,
Then why are you talking about something else?
because I'm just tired of waiting.
Waiting for
Gotta
what?
shake
We
on them.
waited for you to look this shit up. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I'm also rendering a number of videos right now, so my
You
GPU.
know what? Shut the fuck up. I'm back. He's gone.
W.
Ash, you're a friendly, yeah? Jason, why don't you request? Let's invite you. Can we invite you? Oh, you have invites off. Why?
I don't know if that's any of the ashes I know. I don't recognize that.
What am I doing? Yeah, let's mute Jason. That sounds like fun. Did you listen to that song I sent?
Yeah, I listened to it and when you sent it, and I also listened to it at the end of your stream because I watched it.
Isn't it so good?
It's actually really funny.
It's a banger. Oh, wait. I did it.
Oh, what'd you do?
I put all my shit back up.
Oh, W. Oh, this is what we were supposed to do. Go back into your OBS audio and turn your desktop audio down to like 70.
I did. I actually turned it down to like 40.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
It's at 24 actually.
24. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it can be so low, and yet everyone says my desktop audio is always so loud.
We'll we'll hop on tomorrow and I'll figure out if it's doing like a extra audio thing that mine used to do and it makes it louder.
You didn't tell me movie night was Sister Act 2.
You didn't look at the poll? You didn't see the poll?
No, I was at work all day.
Yo, these movies on this particular movie night poll were elite. Ghost Ship, Juno, Sister Act 2, Lion King, Blair Witch. Oh my God, it was insane.
I've seen all of them except Ghost Ship.
You haven't seen Ghost Ship?
Mm-mm.
We got to watch that one day. I thought Blair Witch might win. I
God,
thought
I haven't seen Blair Witch since like my teens.
I remember
So,
the advertisement
like a
for
few
Blair
years
Witch.
ago.
Oh, T, yeah. Because aren't you like 20, not even old enough to drink yet?
Yep, exactly.
But I thought Blair Witch was gonna win. No, actually, that's not true. I thought Blair Witch was gonna come in second. I thought Lion King was gonna dog walk everything.
Soup
I
for
thought
my
Lion King.
fam. Oh, you thought Lion King was gonna?
I thought Lion King was gonna like have
Didn't mean to
30
request.
votes.
Okay, bye.
And I thought Blair Witch would come in like a good second place, but still get blown out.
Hello?
Hello, welcome.
Yeah, what's up?
Hello, how old are you for TikTok TOS?
I'm 21.
Great. What did you want to talk about?
Yeah, black people can't be racist.
I agree.
Yeah, I disagree. And why I disagree is based on the definition of racism, we can go over any definition you want. Just the definition I used is the Oxford definition. It doesn't say anywhere where it doesn't include or exclude any race from being racist. So yeah, black people can definitely be racist. We can definitely get into examples of black people being racist. And yeah, that's really I just want to hear what you have to say and then we can move on.
You want to take this one, Sean?
If I could.
Right there.
Yeah.
That's the
It's
definition.
Solid's Old Faithful. Yeah.
Should we turn on the bat signal? Do you think Solid would show up?
Super solid.
He's asleep. He's got
Friday
work in the
night.
morning. He's got work in the morning. He's got to go to bed. He's got work in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're wrong about this definition. You don't know what this definition is saying.
no, I'm not.
Yes, you are. I can prove it with just like one question, but I'll just give you a chance to like change your argument.
Yeah, so prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism. All three things that black people can do. They can have prejudice. Even they can be racially prejudiced. They can discriminate against other people, and I've seen it.
Well,
We have seen it. Don't act like you've never seen it. And
no one has ever
antagonize. I mean,
seen it.
black people always has someone blame Native Americans, Pacific Islanders, always calls them anti-black and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of Native Americans do have anti-black sentiments. What is
I know we
prejudice?
do
What's the
not, but
definition of prejudice?
we don't. But
What's the definition of prejudice?
yeah, so just prejudice, just the word, even though I'm talking about racial prejudice, just prejudice means having like a preconceived notion about somebody else, which means like, oh,
Nope.
about a group of people, not somebody
Nope.
else.
It's on the screen. This is how pathetic it is. You don't even know the words inside the definition. What's discrimination mean? Don't pull it up, Kenzie.
That's Sean calling me out. I was trying to help.
I
What?
appreciate you. But he's not reading. He's not using them. Or we'll pull it up for the chat. Why not?
Bro, that's literally it. I was about
No,
to
it's not.
say,
It's a preconceived notion without reason or experience. And discrimination is actionable prejudice. It's described as actionable prejudice,
right.
like through Oxford Dictionary.
Okay.
Like you don't even know what these words mean, yet you're saying that black people can do these
Yeah, how do
things.
you know, bro?
You're
How do you
just
know that? I try to explain the word, but you just interrupted me by
you
saying
explained it
nope,
wrong.
nope,
Yes, because
nope.
it was wrong. If I go, hey, what's 2 + 2, and you go 70, I can be like, nope, stop, cut
I
it
was
out.
not about to say
You're wrong.
70, bro. Bro, if you was to ask me 2 + 2, I
You
would
were saying
give you
something
2 +
wrong.
2 =
You
4.
were
But
saying something
while I
incorrect.
was in between of me saying that, you'd be like, nope, it's 4.
Yes, because you said something incorrect. You literally said, like, it is a preconceived notion about a person. And then you stopped and I said, nope. And then you said, well, a group of, and I said, nope. Because I knew you were just about to say a group of people. You were about to change person to a group of people. And it is without reason or historical context or any precedent whatsoever. That's literally what it is. You don't know what it is. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You have no idea the metrics that they put in the dictionary definition that you hold
The
strong to.
metrics. Why you gotta sound so condescending, bro?
Because you're not, because you don't know. I
I
told you,
know
I
the
gave, I
metrics.
literally said before we started
Off
this
the
conversation,
metrics,
before
off
we
the
started,
metrics,
listen,
the
before we
metrics in
started
the
this
definition,
conversation,
black people can be. Black
listen,
people can be
don't,
racially prejudiced. Black people can discriminate.
you don't even know what those things mean. You
Yes, I do.
literally,
You just
so when you
cut me
say, no,
off.
you don't. No, you were done talking the
Oh my
first time. I said
god.
nope. And then you were going to change a wrong detail. And I said nope. So we've already established that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The reason why I sound condescending is because, is it funny? Is it, you're nervous now?
Nah, you good, bro. Keep. Come on, it's good.
All right, excellent.
You good.
Stop being nervous. Shake the butterflies out and the jitters out. I know I'm scary, but I need you to
Nah,
lock
you
in
low-key
here.
are, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, absolutely.
If
I
I
need
seen
you to
you,
lock in.
if I
Excellent.
seen you
Awesome.
in real life, bro, yeah.
What? If you saw me in real life, what? You'd run away?
Mm.
Okay,
No, I'll
excellent.
not run away from you. None
I'm
of
glad.
that. But
I'm glad you'd run away in real life.
I'll
Now I
not
need you
run
to
away
lock
from
into
you.
the conversation because I
I'll
don't
not
care
run away
about
from you.
none of this.
Yeah, let's
So
get to it. But if
so
let's move on
the
instead of saying,
reason
"Oh, we
why I
established
sound
this," and when you interrupted
condescending
me. So
is
come on,
because I
get to it, bro.
gave you a chance. I literally said I can prove that you don't know what you're talking about with one question, but I'll give you a chance to change your argument. And you decided to go on a diatribe about absolutely nothing and saying black people can be racist. And I just asked you the question, and now you're upset because you didn't know the answer. Something that I predicted would happen in the first place. So I don't know why you even would have like the authority here to be upset. You did it to yourself.
All right.
So now that we've established that you don't know what prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism means, go ahead and change your argument because you can't use the Oxford Dictionary definition anymore.
Sure. I mean, sure. It's your panel. I got you, bro. Yeah. So, I mean, black people can still be racist. They can be, they can create systems. They can be systematically racist. They can both be individually racist. People people have came out, and I just want to talk about Corey Ali Muhammad. He was a black guy who had prejudice against white people. He thought all white people were bad. So what he did was in Fresno, so in Fresno downtown, he went Fresno downtown, and he unalived three. He tried to cause a massacre in the city, but he unalived 3 white people based on their race, all because he thought he thought every white person was bad. So yeah, that's racism right there. That's just racism on a individual level, but systemically, we can bring in examples like Idi Amin, or we can talk about Guyana's PNC party, People's National Congress in Guyana, British Guyana, which basically, you know how black people had the whole Tulsa massacre in Oklahoma. Is basically black people did the same thing in Guyana to the South Asian community up in Guyana. So yeah, those are all different acts. I gave you an individual act. I gave you a community example, and I gave you a systemic example. FBA.
Okay, that's it. That's all you had to say.
Yeah, those are my examples, bro, of black
All
people
right.
being
What's
racist.
the difference between systemic and interpersonal racism?
Yeah, so systemic racism is where racism is, built into the system.
Nope.
Oh my God, bro. Oh.
But go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
Interpersonal racism is, one-to-one. There's no system in place. Systemic for like redlining would be systemic. Redlining, or all the whole medical system in the USA is racist as shit. But interpersonal racism, if for example, if me and you call me some slur, whatever slurs out there for my people, or I call you the N-word, that would be individually racist. I mean, that's individual racism. So yeah, that's how I define systemic racism and individual racism.
Okay. No, you're wrong.
All right.
Systemic racism is an oxymoron. It just means racism as a whole without talking about an individual part. So when I asked you the question, what's the difference between
That's
systemic
not true, bro.
racism?
That's not true.
It is true. It is true. You
Bro,
don't know
you
what the
can't-
fuck you're
how-
talking about. You don't understand the
how-
sociological concepts. You didn't
Bro,
even know what prejudice meant.
racism is
Nigga,
not,
you're not smart.
racism is
Like
not
in this
just a system,
conversation,
bro.
I'm the scholar. You're a nobody. You
To me. Bro, I can't hear you. I can't hear shit, bro. What happened? You good, bro?
all right, now it's better. It froze. Yeah, you don't know what prejudice means. You don't know what discrimination means.
Oh
You
my
don't know what antagonism means, and you are using that definition. So in this conversation, you're not somebody who knows what the fuck they're talking about. So when you say that's wrong, I'm
Nah,
just going to make you prove it, and it's just going to embarrass you some more. Are you sure you want to do the embarrassing part again?
hold on, bro. You said racism is a system, bro. You just said racism is only a system. That's not true, bro.
It is a system,
No,
but
it's
I
not.
said
Nope.
systemic racism is talking about racism as a whole as opposed to an individual part. There is no difference between
So you're
racism
just
and
saying like
systemic racism.
so
That's an
so
oxymoron.
individual racism is still systemic?
Yes.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. Oh, brother, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about because without the system of race, you couldn't implement it individually. Like, let me ask, how do people know what race they are?
By their ancestors, about how they look, by
How did
their
their
phenotypes,
ancestors know what race they were?
the phenotypes, how they look, their nose, the shape of their nose, their hair texture, stuff like that. It's not really anything real though.
Then what is it?
You know, race was always very confusing.
I don't care about that. What is it if it's not really real?
Yeah, it's basically a thing where white people, actually no, I wouldn't say white people, just one dude from Portugal, he made race in a way to justify the genocide of Native Americans and slavery of black people.
It was
So
just the slavery of black people. It's because he created that system. They know the system. The system is there, so they know what it is, so they know how to implement it on interpersonal levels. Like, come on, man. Listen, so when I ask you the question, what's the difference between systemic racism and interpersonal racism? The answer should be the words. That's really it. That's really all.
that's not true, bro.
Yes, it is. Because systemic racism just means racism. Like interpersonal racism is just something that happens within the system of race and white supremacy. That's all it's ever been. That's all it is today. That's all it ever will be in the future. It has never changed from that. It has never deviated from that. It will never deviate from that.
All right, sure. All right, whatever. So what's stopping black people from making or passing legislation to disadvantage another race?
Yeah.
What's stopping that? And it's not a
Yeah.
hypothetical because it actually happened.
No, it didn't.
Oh, yes,
When
it
you're
did.
talking, no, it didn't.
Oh, yes, it did.
It did not. Why were Indian people in Guyana?
They were in. The British took them out there for work.
For what?
Work.
Work on what?
Railroads. Stuff like railroads.
What
You
were
know,
the British doing to Guyana?
they were colonizing it.
Okay, excellent. So then they took people out there to continue their work of colonization?
That makes no sense, bro.
That doesn't make any sense that colonizers use people to continue the work of colonization?
All right.
That's
So,
what we're
all right.
saying right now?
Yeah. So if I say yes to that, that means when the British took black people out there, they also used black people for colonization as well.
Yes.
By your law. All right, fine.
Nigga, every black person understands this. Every black person understands that we cultivated the land of indigenous people and contributed to the unaliving of indigenous people. What the fuck are we doing? Is this day one of social studies?
Right. Yeah. So I guess so. But so
Like,
yeah, I say yeah, agreed.
so
the
then
British
the
took the
legislation to push out colonizers, you're saying
it's
is
not
racist.
no. There was no legislation that was passed. In Guyana. That I was referring to East Africa, but in Guyana it was a political thing. The Indians, they
There was
supported.
legislation in both.
What legislation was passed in Guyana? Black people
Yeah,
didn't.
I'll pull up the exact act.
It was called British Guyana. Black people didn't have. Yeah, what are you talking about, man? And these were not. And I was talking about racism from the whole black community up in Guyana. Afro Guyanese people, they raided Indians' homes. They raped their kids, raped their women, burnt their houses. Whatever happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, with you guys, same thing happened in British Guyana. With
Tulsa, Oklahoma happened by colonizers going after people that they used to enslave. This is an uprising of colonized people against colonizers. They're not the same fucking
bro, that
thing.
makes no sense.
Yes. Okay. So the British people didn't bring Indian people
oh,
to Guyana to continue colonization. We didn't just agree on this.
No, yeah, we agreed that.
Okay,
British,
excellent.
no,
So
hold
if
on,
the
hold on,
Indian
hold on,
people
hold
are
on. Bro, let me,
colonizers,
hold on,
so if
hold
the
on.
Indian
Bro,
people
you
are
didn't let me clarify.
colonizers,
We agreed.
so if the Indian
Hold on,
people
bro,
are
bro.
colonizers, if
Hold
the
on,
Indian
man.
people, no, there's no hold up. There's no
Bro,
hold up.
yeah, cause
Shut up. So if
you're
the
going
Indian
way too
people are
fast, bro. You
shut
gotta
up.
hold on,
Stop
cause you gotta
talking.
let me speak.
You're not. You're
Bro,
just cooked. You're just cooked, and you're trying to get away from being cooked. It's not gonna work.
I said
The
we
Indian people,
agreed.
the Indian people were colonizers.
Yeah, and we agreed that Indian and black people in British Guyana.
So the
That's what we agreed
Indian
about.
people, shut the fuck up. The Indian people were colonizers implementing neocolonialism for the British people, and the people of Guyana pushed them out because they wanted to stop the neocolonialism.
People
This
of
is not
Guyana.
the same thing. This is not the same thing.
Hold on, bro. Are black people
This is
indigenous to
not the
Guyana?
same. This is not the same thing.
Are black people native to Guyana?
Are you done yet?
No, answer that.
Are
Because
you
you're
done?
saying that
Are you done
it's the
yet? Because
colonized people.
I
It's
want
the
to finish.
people.
I want to finish putting this belt to
You said it's the
ass,
people of
and
Guyana
you're
pushing
avoiding
out
it.
the Indians
It's not.
out.
It's not going. Yes, some black people are indigenous, but listen.
Holy
I
no!
just shut the fuck up. Look, I answered your question directly, and you still won't shut the fuck up, which is crazy work because you just know you're cooked. You just know you're cooked. Like this isn't even hard for me. Listen, bro. People who are colonized pushing out the colonizer and neo-colonizers is not the same thing as people who are colonized being terrorized by their colonizer. So when you compare what happened in Guyana to what happened in Tulsa or Rosewood or Seneca Village or any other black town that got raided by white supremacists, you are literally doing the opposing view to yourself. Because you would literally what you're saying is that what the Indians did in the first place by going to Guyana and colonizing Guyana is a bad thing, because that's what happened to the indigenous people and black people who were in Guyana. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Greenwood, Seneca Village.
Oh my God, bro! You're lying, bro. Black
I'm
people
lying. Wait, so
yeah,
we did not agree.
Listen,
I'm lying, but you agreed. So which part am I lying about? Because all I'm talking about is shit we agreed on.
Yeah. No, the only thing I agreed on, but you changed it up a little bit later. I agreed that we both agreed that black people and Indian people were both colonizers because they're not indigenous.
Do I disagree? What? Black people can be racist. Yes.
I mean, Goat is already just cooked the fuck up. I don't know
No,
what else
I'm
he can
not,
do.
because you keep lying, bro.
Niggas, this
You
should I get my
lying
black
about shit
friend on
that
this
you
one? I got
lying,
him right
and
here with me.
everybody in the comments is just glazing you, bro. That's literally it.
Yes.
I can get my black friend
like,
on this one. I mean, he could probably give more insight. He's right here. I can hand the phone over to him.
Hello. I think niggers can be racist.
Okay. What's the argument?
What I just said.
That's not an argument. That's a proposition.
Do you agree?
Bro, this is not my friend, bro.
No.
This is not my
What
friend.
is
Hold
the
on.
argument for that?
You are my friend.
But I don't know you, bro. Hold on, bro. What's up with bro?
Go to just
Everybody,
cooked.
that's
Go,
not my
go
that's
doesn't
not
have
my
anything.
people. That's I don't know who that is, but
Nigga.
it's not my black friend. But I'm just gonna call you out for your lies, bro. You said black people are first of all, you said the native of the land got mad at tried to push out the Indians because they're neo-colonizers or whatever the fuck. First of all, black people are not indigenous. Are black people Carib? Are black people Arawak?
What does Afro-Indigenous mean?
Oh, Afro-Indigenous.
What does it mean?
Yeah, it means African people that mix with indigenous people, but it doesn't mean. But it doesn't mean they're.
It's
I
not.
mean, there
But
are indigenous.
this is
but
this
you
is
can say
exactly
thing,
this
you
is
can say the
exactly
same
what I
thing about
mean.
Indian people too.
This is exactly what I mean,
Indian
bro.
people also mixed with indigenous people too. The hell? What are you
This
talking
nigga,
about?
bro. I swear to God, bro.
I'm Native
swear to
American, bro.
God.
I'm
Oh yeah.
Maloney.
Oh yeah. What tribe?
I'm from Maloney.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Cool. Excellent. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let me
Aloni,
ask you.
Chochenyo. That's real. I ain't
Mm-hmm,
gonna speak on that. But yeah, that's
So
my
let me.
people.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So
Yeah,
then,
but
let me ask you a
black
question.
people are not
Why
indigenous. There's only
is
a
why
little
black
fraction
people
of the
are indigenous? There
black
are black people
population
that are
in
indigenous.
Guyana that were
You're just coping. This is just cope.
Afro-indigenous.
This is just cope. This is just cope. You're just coping.
Yeah, so that's a lie right there. You think a little fraction of the black population in Guyana is 100%.
It's
That's
not
bullshit.
a little faction. What? Show me the
And
stats.
also,
Show me the
I just want
stats.
to
No,
ask
no,
you.
no, no. Fuck the bullshit. Show me the
Hold
stats.
on. I just want to ask
Show
you
me.
this
No,
one
no, no,
thing.
no, no. Fuck
How
the
are Indian
ask.
people?
Fuck the ask. You just denied Afro-Indigenous people their indigeneity, so show me the stats.
Bro,
Yeah,
bro,
you know you're
bro,
cooked.
you gotta
You know you're
listen, bro.
cooked.
You gotta
Yeah,
listen.
you know
I
you're
said
cooked, right?
no. I
You
said,
turned
bro,
it
you
to
gotta.
you.
I said Afro-Indigenous people exist, but they're.
I don't want to hear nothing but the stats. Like I don't care about you turning into Eminem when I ask for the stats. I don't care about you doing as soon as I go, show me the stats that you're saying that they're a small portion of the population, and you go, wicked where I don't care about none of that shit, nigga. Show me that I don't care about shit the fuck else. We'll see if he comes back and he doesn't have the stats. We'll just kick him because he's been wrong about literally everything he's talked about, and it's easily debunked. I'm watching. I'm literally watching the movie, and we're in the middle.
Wait, how do I have the green screen?
What does it say?
I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. I'm gonna turn on my video.
Did you mute him or his black friend?
Can you guys see this? The link is embassyofguyana.be/about-peoples.php. So yeah, right here it talks about the religious, racial, demographics of the people in Guyana. So yeah, it says Guyana is 30 East Indian, meaning Indian. 19.9% is multiracial. So this includes all mixes of the people in Guyana, meaning it could be the coolies, it could be I don't know what those people are called.
This nigga was supposed to find evidence that black indigenous people in Guyana do not hold a significant portion of the population.
It
And
doesn't.
what this nigga brought up, because
the mixed people, I mean the biracial people in
what this nigga brought up was stats about mixed raced people in Guyana and did not tell us a percentage at all. If you ask somebody what 2 + 2 is, and they say 70, you can stop them.
I do see a couple friendlies in the box. Just letting up ops right now. But I appreciate you. Thank you. Hello, how old are you? Tay Tay. Tay Tay's in the bath. I think everyone else agrees.
I think people be tapping and they accidentally put in a guest request.
No, it is easy to do on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't have any guest requests at this moment. So I guess quick commercial break. If you are able to tap the screen, we're at 63K. If we can get up to 75, that would be fantastic. This stream does exist because of community support, so following helps the channel grow. If you're able to either tip or gift panel, that keeps the space more likely to happen. Man, I really need to work on like a script or something. It helps fund better streams, better mods, and better chaos, a little bit more intellectual violence. Oh, the screen view? Yeah, I didn't think of that.
How y'all feeling over there in Twitch? Hey, YouTube don't get no love. Whoever watching Kenzie on YouTube right now. YouTube viewers. We love
you,
ya.
YouTube, yes.
Comment, and subscribe.
I am actually monetized on YouTube and Twitch, so if you would like to subscribe, that would be fantastic.
Oh yeah, that's right. We set the thing. I forgot.
We did, yes.
I forgot. Wait, don't nobody go over there and subscribe before me because I want to get the thing.
What am I doing? I was looking at it how it feels. I don't see how it's hard to request with this layout.
Hi.
Hello, how old are you?
20.
Great. What topic do you disagree with?
What do you mean by forced doctrine is a myth?
So forced doctrine is the idea that men hold a monopoly on violence and grant women all of their rights. So if they wanted to, they could remove all of the rights of women, and men not doing so is benevolent, and therefore patriarchy is natural and should exist.
Okay, I thought it was something completely different, so maybe I actually don't have much to contribute to. I
Okay.
thought you were like talking about like political indoctrination is a myth.
No.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I block and mute Nikita, please?
Yeah, it is easy with this layout because you just, if you're trying to tap the screen and you hit one of the X's, that's what brings you up.
Thanks, Jen.
I just realized.
WGen.
I just tested my theory, so that's how I came up.
As soon as I know Jen is in the box, she's either to tell me I'm wrong or yell at me.
I never yell at you.
You always
Can I-
yell at me. Yes, you can mute Nikita. You can mute whoever you want. You can mute Jeff for all I care.
Nikita said, if a werewolf has YouTube, do they like and describe and subscribe? I'm sorry. You can get it liking because they're like it.
Because
I'm
they're
glad.
what?
Werewolves are liking.
Oh.
So
I would have
they
not
said,
got that.
do they like and subscribe? They spelled it liken, Lycan. I'm just.
I mean, it's an kind of okay dad joke. I mean, you could use some work, but not the worst.
Oh, okay. That's cute. Don't worry. Sean
You're,
literally kicked me off her platform for telling a joke.
Who did?
Sean.
It was out of principle.
Oh.
I had to hold strong to my principles.
Was it not a good joke or?
Mao did not die for me to not. Hey, thank you.
Look at the pretty swan.
Hey.
W.
I feel like I should mute everyone who says I can't mute and block Nikita. I'll only block Nikita for 5 minutes. Not even that long.
Don't block her, because then we won't be mutuals anymore.
That's true.
Is that? I don't know.
Jellies!
Yay! We got Sean over 1K. Great job, chat. W chat.
So do you have? Is there any I don't. These don't
Yes,
look like
there
ops.
is ops, and I am not letting them up. That is something I do. There's a lot of ashes in the request.
The first one I see, the ash with the
Oh,
bandana anchors or whatever it is, the anchors in the bandana pattern. They said something about wanting me to espouse about Black people not being able to be racist or something.
Was that's unscripted to Nikita? Do we want to let them up? Sorry if I'm using the wrong pronouns. To defend themselves.
I'm just trying to look for debates, unless Sean wants to socialize for a minute.
I mean, I don't mind socializing, but I think we should look for debates.
Yeah, I'll hop down. So I tested my theory about I wasn't sure if the request thing, touching it. Was that?
Don't touch the boxes. I didn't know that the boxes make you request. That's good.
Yeah, because you can request whatever box you want to join.
Oh, that's silly.
Remember, this is the layout I mentioned that you can change it ahead of time.
Oh my god, thank you. What?
Remember you and I chatted, I think the other day, about this layout, like you can change it ahead of time with Studio. You can't change it after you're live. Do you remember us talking about that?
I remember us like driving by, but not talking in detail.
No, I think I'd mentioned, I think I saw Sean and Jeff had it. So
Yeah.
if you want to use a different layout, you have to change it ahead of time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In Studio.
Okay, but
Yeah.
I don't want to talk more technical stuff. Sean's already exhausted me with volume.
I just tried to
Like,
give it to be able to hear it, but you don't have on your notifications for when people sub.
I know, because if I don't log into OBS like every damn day, then it does updates and it logs me out of shit, then it removes windows, and then I don't know where shit is because all you've done is given me fish and not taught me how to fish.
I
well,
literally taught you. Stop. Cut it out.
I
I
think Sean wanted to
literally
do
taught
like
you
a.
how to fish.
You
What?
gave me fish. You gave me a
Let's not.
basket of fish, and they're
Let's
like,
not
here is your
do
Twitch
this at all.
platform.
I
Here it
taught you.
is.
I walked you through it, and I even said, if this happens, then you do this. If that happens, this is
Where
called
is my
OJT.
binder? Where is that
This is
binder?
this is
I
called
feel like I
O.
remember there was a live where you had offered Kenzie to walk her through it, and she didn't want to because it was late.
When I take those off.
She eventually did, but
Yeah.
it's just OJT. It's on the job training.
Mm-hmm.
We did that. We went over what happens, and I told you, listen, all right, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna turn this on. So in your OBS, you should
What are we doing? Oh, where'd everybody go? Sean, you didn't need to run. Jeez. She's a runner, she's a track star. Wow, Jen. Not Jen inviting Sean back up. Mutiny!
running is nuts.
Mutiny.
Calling it running is crazy.
That's not very nice.
Did you invite each other up? Oh my god.
No, Heath got me.
Heath! Heath is in the mutiny as well?
Well, it's fair. I mean, we have to, we don't want you to become tyrannical.
I can obviously unmod everyone.
But as you were saying, Sean.
As you were saying.
Thank you.
Remember that time I unmodded you, Jen? You cried.
Yo, Jen.
I didn't cry. I don't cry. We know I don't cry. I whined a little, but I didn't cry.
sent a crying gif. That's as good as you crying.
But I actually didn't cry. No,
You did. You sent a gif of you crying.
Okay, well, it was a gif, but it's a pretend. No, it wasn't actually crying. I don't know if I believe that.
You were there.
I will go back and look. I will find.
Do it.
I will.
Do it.
Where's my other phone?
Go ahead, Sean.
I was just trying to say that underneath your sources, you should see your alerts.
Oh, never mind. Don't go ahead. Underneath sources, you should see alerts.
What? I'm trying to. Okay, fine. I won't help.
I don't like doing this kind of stuff.
I want you to have all your bells and whistles.
I do have all the bells and whistles. No pause.
And that's why I'm like,
I can't believe Heath is saying you're gonna do a call out live on me. Like, honestly, that would be not a bad call out live. Like Jen, Heath, Sean, Jeff, Bell. That would probably be who has the most dirt on me. Those 5 people.
Yeah, that would actually be solid information. We wouldn't have to necessarily make shit up.
Yes. We wouldn't necessarily.
Well, like other people who like to,
Other people did make shit up.
Yeah.
But no, those 5 people actually do have dirt.
But I wouldn't do that because I'm not a weirdo.
Sean being helpful, Kenzie. Ugh. That's so true. It's so true.
It's actually exactly how it goes. I want you to have your bells and whistles.
Okay, let's do it. Where am I going? Source, scenes, don't see it.
Sources. It's under your sources. It should be under your sources.
Okay.
And if it's not, then you have to hit the plus
So I hit the
sign.
plus. Okay.
And then you add a source. You add a browser source.
Okay.
And go to already existing.
Instead of calling it browser, we're gonna call it Bowser.
Bro. Okay. Well, no, don't call it. You already named it. You go to already existing, and then you put your alerts there.
Oh. Oh yeah, I already have that. Alerts.
Okay, so
And then hit OK.
why didn't your alerts go off when I subbed?
I don't know. Maybe you can't hear it on TikTok? Oh, you're on Twitch.
Yeah, I was watching on Twitch.
I just turned it on.
So it was not on before.
Correct.
Okay, so that's why. So if you turned it on, is it locked in place?
It is now.
Okay. Does it take up the whole screen?
Does what take up the whole screen?
The alerts. When you have the alerts box, it should take up the whole screen.
Yes, it does.
Okay, good. All right, lock it in place. Make sure you keep it visible so when someone goes over on Twitch and subs, it'll send the notification.
Okay. Senor Poo Poo, sub. Haha. Do you think I should call it or maybe hit a restart? What we want to do? I could really go wash my face. I don't know if I want to go till 1 anymore.
Wait, someone said, how can an action that someone can commit not be there? What?
If a vampire cop has a warrant, can they enter my home without my permission?
No.
Who's talking about Force Doctrine?
I guess that's what it is.
Oh, yeah, someone said they had a question for you, Sean.
Is it Ash?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
What's the question? Hi.
Hey, it was kind of what we were talking about before with the black people can't be racist towards other black people. I just wanted to elaborate on that a little bit more, and see if you could maybe educate me on that.
Okay.
So somebody in the comments said to the other guests, they had said, and I quote, "All I needed to do was click that profile, and I see her soft wig life and the white man." Like, isn't that kind of being racist towards another black person?
No, but wait, say it again?
Sure. So you know when you had that other woman come on and she was debating abortion,
Yeah.
another black guest had said, "All I needed to do was click that profile and see her soft wig life and the white man." So I thought maybe that was like being, I don't know, prejudiced or racist.
I'm glad that you said that. I had to write that one down. No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. There's no way for black people to be racist. Like, there's no way for black people to have any kind of like leverage or power within the system of race. So black people couldn't do that.
And why is that? I'm not looking to challenge you, just really looking to just understand why.
Because black people are the ones who are meant to be the victims of it.
Even
Like,
towards each other?
huh?
Like even towards each other? Like,
Yeah.
all right. Do you mind
Like
just like,
when you're, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just asking if you could kind of like describe that a little bit more for somebody who's like kind of new to the concept but wants to learn it.
Yeah. You were about to say something. What were you about to say?
I have no idea. I'm sorry. It's
Oh.
Friday. I'm out of it.
You're good. Yeah, black people have no power within that structure and are meant to be the ones to have the power within that structure, and that entire structure go against black people. That's what it's meant to do. That's the whole point of it. So black people can't turn around and utilize that.
So if you had to describe that action, what would that be? Because some people in the chat put like different terms I've never even heard of before. So I'm just curious what you think too, and then I'm done.
It depends on what it is. Like, there's texturism, there's colorism, but like all of those things only go towards like more oppressed people. So like if you say something texturous, it goes against someone who has like what they usually it's about hair. Someone who has quote unquote bad hair by someone who has quote unquote good hair because it has more proximity to whiteness.
All right, that makes sense. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, Zach. How old are you for TikTok TOS?
Yes, I'm 29.
Great. What did you want to debate?
Anything you guys want to debate. My claim is, how can black people not be racist?
Go ahead, Sean.
I just explained that.
You didn't explain anything.
I didn't. I didn't talk about how black people have no power within the system of race and are meant to be the victims of race. I didn't say that.
What does that even mean? I'm confused.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So enlighten me.
What's the last book you read on racism?
Dictionary defines that racism is
The
something that can happen.
Yeah, I asked you
What
what's
else?
the last book you read on racism, and you started talking about how the dictionary defines it. You can't even answer a simple question.
Exactly.
Are you
Okay.
sure you're tracking? Do you know what day it is?
Okay, so you tell me what you define
Do
as
you know who
racism.
the
then.
president is?
I mean, the
Do you
day
know what
could be
shape is Earth?
subjective.
Yes, it's
'cause-
round. But look,
Good.
can you
I'm
answer
glad
my
you.
question?
Good. I'm glad you said it's round. Thankfully, you didn't say it's flat. Okay. Just go ahead. Yeah, enlighten me.
Do you know what day it is?
Today is the day where I'm
I
debating
guess
with a
that's a
bunch
no.
of liberals.
That's a no
And
chat. That is a
What
no
makes you
chat.
think we're liberals?
Yo,
whatever you guys are. I mean,
You
enlighten me.
didn't
because
come up and make a claim in fairness. You just came in and restated the.
What?
You didn't actually make a claim when you came up. You just restated what the prompt was.
you remember
So
when I
what is?
asked what the last book on racism you read was, and that question still hasn't been answered?
I just answered you.
No,
Yeah,
you didn't.
dictionary. Yeah,
Oh, okay, dictionary. Okay,
I just read it about a minute ago. Yeah.
bro, this is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well for you,
Okay.
but
How is it not gonna go well?
because you don't know anything.
How do I not know anything?
Because you don't literally, bro, you don't know anything. You literally don't. How do you not know
Hold on,
anything?
please
You
let me
haven't
get my
read
laughter.
anything? Yeah,
Okay.
because
Okay, go
you
ahead.
don't know
Yeah.
anything. The nervous laughter means
Okay.
nothing to me.
Okay. Enlighten me. How do I not know anything then, bro?
I
I'm
just
here.
told you. I just
That's
told
words.
you.
That's words, man. Words don't mean anything.
I literally just told you.
How do you like my cat, by the way, on that picture?
I don't care.
Okay, so enlighten me, Mr. Know-It-All.
It's Miss, but I just did.
How are you, Miss? You ain't no Miss. You're a
I
guy.
am Miss. No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Can I talk about something else? What is a woman?
Is this
So
another
you're
topic you don't
conceding?
understand?
So you're conceding?
Well, you guys couldn't answer the first question that I asked, so I'm moving to a different one.
answered it twice.
You
and
didn't.
you
You
kept
In
didn't.
fairness, we're
asking
all
the same
women,
You
so
question.
there's
You
you
didn't
seem to be
ask.
confused all the way
You
around.
didn't answer any question.
I
You asked me
answered the
what book
question
I read.
twice.
You mocked me,
I
and you
literally
said
answered the question
that I
twice.
don't know anything. That's not an argument.
Zach, do you know what racial stratification is?
No, I don't know what racial stratification is. Enlighten me.
Then why are you having a conversation about race?
Because I don't know. So I want you guys to explain to me. I came here
Well,
in
this
good
is
faith to
not
learn.
an education live. This is a
We
debate
asked you
live.
to we asked you to pick a topic. You chose this topic to debate.
Okay, I'm
and
debating,
now
so good.
apparently you're not debating. You're asking us to
Well,
teach you about it.
Okay, if I teach you, your butts are going to catch on fire, and then you guys are all going to be angry, saying that that's not what racism is. Deal?
Yeah,
don't
Because
know
if I
what
define,
racism is.
set our
'cause
butts on
if I
fire.
define,
You
because
don't
if
know
I
what
define what is
you don't know
racism, you
what
guys are going to be
racism
like, no,
is.
that's not what racism is. Yeah.
Wait.
Okay,
This can
let's
be really.
fuck it. Let's do it. I guarantee you're gonna crash the fuck out. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead with what? I'm waiting for you.
You just said you were gonna, bro. What are we? Is this a fever dream?
You just said you would define
Okay,
racism.
okay. I just defined racism. Racism is something that can happen to a person based on their race, right? Discrimination
No.
based on race. Oh, it's not?
Something that can happen
Okay,
to a
what is it?
person based on their
Something
race.
that can happen to a person based on race.
Okay, what is it?
It's the most nuts definition I've ever heard of.
I just said it can be discrimination,
You
stuff like that.
just
Yeah.
read the
Okay.
dictionary and you can't remember it?
Okay, I don't know then. Okay, tell me, what is it?
Oh, so now we're back to teach me, mommy, teach me.
You know what?
Hey,
I'll do
whenever,
this.
let me
It
tell
is
you
the
this.
structuring. I'll
When
just
it-
do this. I'll do this. Fine. It's the structuring and maintenance of a hierarchy based on superficial physical characteristics that society deems important.
How does that have any relation to racism? You didn't mention anything about race there.
Yes, I did.
No, you
Superficial
didn't.
physical characteristics that society deems important would be race, dipshit.
It is not based upon race. You're literally defined something based upon power. You didn't add
The
race there.
structuring and the maintenance of a hierarchy.
Okay. Anyway, we're just gonna put race to it. Okay. So what do you mean by that now? Tell me, how does
What do I
racism
mean by the
operate in
structuring
America?
and maintenance of a hierarchy? What do I mean by the structuring and maintenance of a hierarchy based on superficial physical characteristics that society deems important? That's what you're asking me right now. You're
Okay, so what
asking me
does
what do I
society deem
mean by the meaning?
What does it deem important?
Superficial physical characteristics.
Okay.
Now, are you
we got that.
bro? Chat, chat. Is there a way, chat? Chat. Is this real? Come on, bro. I
My
need you to
goodness.
lock
Is
it.
your
I
butt
told
on
you.
fire yet?
I told you
Please.
this. I said if we
Hey,
do this,
okay,
it's
chill,
going
chill,
to
chill,
go
chill.
bad for you.
Okay, take a deep breath, please. Come on, let's calm down.
Zach,
Okay,
stop.
so what I'm gonna
Stop. You're annoying me. And when I get annoyed, my hand slips on the mouse and you're gone. So don't do that.
mean, you can want me gone if you want to, man. I don't mind. I'm just here to sympathize with you guys, to know what you guys are
Look, if you
doing
say
with
I'm
this
here to
topic of
fucking
yours.
learn one more time, I'm gonna direct you
You
to your
said you were
nearest
coming up here to
library.
debate, to own us.
Own the libs.
You guys already have been owned. You guys
You
didn't even
haven't owned
answer one
shit.
question.
You
You
haven't owned
guys can't
shit.
define what racism is.
Wait, I just
All you guys-
defined racism, and it was the answer to your question. What is racism? Like you're wrong.
Okay,
You're wrong right now.
But
Oh, there's a but.
but
Okay, go ahead.
okay, but what is that you defined? Because I still didn't get it. What do you mean
The
by
structuring
Yes,
and maintenance
go.
of a hierarchy. Like I don't, bro.
My hand slipped. Sorry, y'all. Hello, how old are you?
Hello,
Hello, how old are you?
25.
Is this Alan?
Who's Alan?
No,
Who's Alan?
it's Elijah.
Alan Parrish?
What are you here to debate?
Force doctrine.
Okay.
Hey, it's a Kinsey debate.
Yay. Go ahead.
Well, simply if you have more force, you can make whatever you want to happen.
Bro, your chat hates Alan. I don't even know who that is, but whoever
Yeah, I
that
don't know who
is.
this Allen guy is.
This is a really bad voice changer, whoever it is. If you have more force, what?
Bro, basically, might makes.
Might makes?
Yes,
Might makes what?
it just makes.
It makes?
Yes.
Makes what?
So, if I have the force on my side, I can if I want you to do something, I can make you do it.
Well, no, you can't. Make me go grab a book.
Well, your only other option then would be
Do it.
either
Make me go
do
grab a
it
book.
or lose your life. That would be the two options.
Do
So
it.
I mean,
Make me go grab a book.
well, obviously, Kenzie, I can't do it over the phone.
Why not? Why not?
Well, cause there's no way I can use my force on you.
Really?
Yeah.
I can make you leave the live, so can I use my force on you? Do I have
Is this
force
like
doctrine?
is this like Star Wars using the Force?
You Obi-Wan him.
Who is Alan? I don't know who that is.
I have no idea. Can I say W to Nuffy though? W
Yes.
Nuffy for sending me $25 to the CA for being hot and intellectually violent and said a little bit of Diddy.
And sucking a little big dick? What?
Said a little bit of Diddy.
Oh.
Little bit of Diddy.
W
As a
Nafi.
treat.
My god. Hello. I don't know why it's doing this. Request to battle RC?
Oh god.
What do you mean he's doing battles?
Hey, battling is so
I did tell some people in
He
Cadre.
would cry.
He would. I did tell some people in Cadre if we're going to continue on TikTok, which it seems like that's something that we do want to do. We most likely would have to engage in the things that like TikTok holds close to their heart. They actually care about like battles. So like on Instagram, if you save a post, that is what gives it like the biggest boost. On TikTok, live content gets boosted the more you do battles.
well,
And
battles
like
are one thing, but it's also it's getting people to gift with diamonds and things like that. That's what it really pushes out more than anything for lives.
yeah.
And I did go look, Kenzie. I did not send a crying gif. So
You did.
I didn't.
What gifts you send?
I didn't send a gif.
You did.
I didn't. I went and looked.
Go cry in the chat. Decline Heath. I know the camera's blurry. I think I need to go to bed, y'all. Oh wow, now they're both in the requests. Oh, just Jen. Oh wow, you're gonna add each other. Cute.
It was an emoji. It wasn't a gif.
What was the emoji?
It was a crying emoji.
Oh,
I was
so
just being
you
technical.
were crying.
I was just being. It was only one tier on one side. It wasn't. It wasn't a gif. So
I'm glad we did all that work to prove I was right. Okay.
I mean, I could have just stuck with it, but you know what's really funny?
I should get fake hair and make this like into like Princess Leia style.
You could probably just add it onto your
Like
on your
do
headphones,
little
right?
braids. Little, what are those called? Honey. I don't know what they're called.
Honey buns,
Honey buns?
honeycombs. I don't know. So do you know who? Please tie my shoes. In the comments, do you remember Ty?
Maybe.
He goes in on different accounts and tries to cosplay as a communist on one account, and then tries to be someone else on his regular self. And so I guess he debated you before, and he got called out. He was trying to pretend he wasn't the same person, but he's been in the comments just crying. He's simping for RC too, which is weird.
Oh, is that who Please Tie My Shoes is?
Mm-hmm.
What's their name?
Their main account is Ty. I think it's Ty. There it is. I know what communism is. Are you MAGA today? Well, you were simping for RC, so you're Serial. Serial's another account.
Oh, it's Serial? Oh
Yeah,
my
it's Serial.
god. Go away. Why are you in here?
Yeah, so he goes. So Serial is the one that he pretends to be communist. That's right. And then he.
Serial, I swear I blocked you on like 5 of these Please Tie My Shoes account.
He's weird.
He is weird.
He claims people are being ableist to him because
Oh, he
acts weird.
always does that.
Yeah.
Was that Sean? Well, that was on your live, wasn't it?
What was it?
It was either on you or Jeff's live, where like there was contention, and then he randomly just said, "Are you being mean to me because I'm autistic?"
Yep. That's
I feel like you were up here. Yeah.
No, we're mean to you because
I
you're
think
annoying.
I think that was on Jeff's live because I unmuted and I said, "Yep." I absolutely am.
Yeah, cereal and please tie my shoes, and then I think he's got a tie account. So
Sure winner. I don't know where Sure winner went. Okay, I'm gonna hit a restart.
okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
All right.
All right, now that TikTok is gone and it's just us here on Twitch and YouTube, I'm actually gonna go to bed. I'm gonna wash my face. I'm gonna crawl under the covers and I'm gonna sleep. But this was fun. I don't know if Friday nights, it would definitely be every other week that we do Friday Night Lives. Maybe I'm just impatient. I mean, we did get up to like over 300 viewers. I'm gonna try and start going live at least 4 days a week. See if
Seriously, you want to do Poop Cruise? I'll do Poop Cruise.
Oh my god. Why do I hear Sean?
I think you told me about Poop Cruise, actually.
Oh no. I don't know why it added me to her.
I put it as a joke, but I